That's right, one super giant pizza, plain, nothing on it, and I'd like that delivered as soon as possible.
Girls, your pizza's here.
Thank you. Okay, guys, we've cleaned out the refrigerator. I think we're just about ready to build the perfect pizza. Give me pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. Now we're feeling kind of hungry. We got mega munchies. Time to make our pizza as big as some countries. How much pizza do you think we can chow? More than our parents would ever allow. We're gonna make a master pizza. A work of art like the Mona Lisa. It's gotta be high like the Tower of Pisa. But to get there, you don't need a visa. Pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza! Did I happen to say, I want pizza? P-I-Z-Z-A. I want pizza! Hey! Are you ready to play? Now set down the pizza and bring me some chicken. Throw it on top and make your finger licking. Guacamole, meatball, whipped cream pouring like waterfalls. Here's a little salsa to make it hot. Here's a lot of ice cream to hit the spot. Toss the fish, let it fly. Fly, fly, pizza pie. Pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza! Watch it rise like a souffle. Give me pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. I want pizza! You think we should stop? No way. Get your motors running, cause here we go. Chocolate sauce, spreading it slow. Oreo, marshmallow, caramel, coconut cream, egg foo young, chicken tongue, Colby eyeball. I'm gonna scream. Now don't forget the rice or the mashed potatoes. And what about these fried green tomatoes? Batter's up, ketchup's ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, spaghetti. Pasta, put it in the pizza. Fish sticks, put it in the pizza. Ketchup, put it in the pizza. Meatloaf, put it in the pizza. Pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza! Add some tacos. Ole! I want pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. I want pizza! Call us the queens of gourmet. I want pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. Give me pizza! How much does it weigh? I want pizza! P-I-Z-Z-A. I want pizza! Is it finally done? Hooray! Here it is, ready to serve. This pizza is made, yeah!
Hi, buddies. Hello.
All right.
Welcome to.
All right.
This one's longer than one remembers, eh?
There's like
Look,
2 or
it's like
3
It
extra
gets
verses.
longer every year, Jeff.
Sure does.
A lot of weird bars in there about things, challenging toppings for pizzas. Hi, it's me, Justin McElroy. Welcome to our pizza party for the MaxFunDrive.
Hi, I'm Travis, Big Dog Vroom Vroom McElroy. Doesn't put it in a pizza sound like... Go ahead, Griffin.
Thanks, Trev. Gee, it's real generous of you. This is your
I
sweet
try.
baby brother, Griffin McElroy, built for tough.
Putting it in a pizza sounds like something you say to a friend when they're like complaining about something. and you're like,
Put it in the pizza.
Hey, man,
Travis.
put it in a pizza.
Put it in the pizza.
Can I say
All right.
what a kindred spirit I felt this listen to this song, specifically with the person who everybody's yelling out silly toppings, and they're like marshmallows, and they're like ice cream, and this person's like not eyeballs. I feel for that person so much because it's like you were trying to think of food. You were going to say marshmallows, but then someone right before you said marshmallows, and you were like not eyeballs.
I think they probably thought eyeballs, and then they're like, "Wait, not
No,
eyeballs."
you can't say
I
eyeballs,
should've
Tyler.
said
Tyler, you
eyeballs.
can't say eyeballs, man. Say,
Not again.
Not eyeballs.
Just don't say not eyeballs. Perfect, Tyler.
This guy
You
said
did it.
chicken tongue. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Wow, eyeballs. No thanks.
Hey, olives. Gross, right?
And then they're the queens of gourmet with
Yeah.
all the shit they put on their pizza.
Garbage.
We should start a pizza company where you like a self-serve frozen yogurt place where you just weigh it at the end and that's how much it costs.
That's a great idea. We've never really thought of pizza by its heft. We've considered all the sizes and ways to present pizza, but a heavy pizza is exciting to me.
That is exciting.
Justin,
this
I
is kind of
really
our capstone. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
do you need any? It does look like you are sort of here as part of a sort of hostage proof of life video. Are you good?
Not every part of my personal life is privy or subject to the entertainment of the podcasting universe. Like,
I get you. I get
I don't
that.
have to give away every part of my private life.
It
and my
should be
own-
noted, though, Conan O'Brien has taken Justin hostage, and if we don't hit 15,000 new upgrading and boosting members, we'll never get him back.
Trav, we're not going to hit 15,000 by the end of this stream. Let's set a
Yeah,
more
that's fine.
reasonable
I'm
goal
not
to
saying
get
by
that.
the end of the stream.
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Awesome.
If I could just real quick say hi to another MaxFun family member here who would like to leave the room that I'm in right now to go
Sure.
do things that are not being quiet in the room that I am currently in. Here, sweetheart, you can just pop that into your left ear ball.
Oh, my left ear ball?
You know what you mean. Hi. Welcome,
Sid.
welcome, Sydney, to our very professional
everybody.
podcasting studio.
Is
Thank you.
MaxFunDrive.
I'm happy to be here.
Now, Sydney, the rules are that no one gets to be on the pizza party stream without eating some pizza. Now, obviously, I don't have time to make you an entire pizza, but I do have, just for tradition's sake, a delicious pizza Pringle for you to enjoy.
it's the same in every way, texturally,
It's the
flavorally.
pizza of the future.
Oh, no. No, I don't want to crunch. I don't wanna- I want a
ASMR.
mukbang.
That's okay. You can crunch away from. You crunch as comfortable, as close to the mic as you want.
Do you want to say anything about the MaxFunDrive or ask people for their money, their hard-earned money?
That's very pizza-y.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Says
delicious.
what it- on the
It'd be
tin.
crazy if it
Pringles
wasn't.
don't miss.
I mean, it lives up to its name. It's pizza. Thank you. I want to say hey to everybody, and thank you to everybody who has become a member this time around, or who has upgraded, and just to all our listeners. Thank you.
You all are the best.
Thanks,
Thank
Sid.
you. You're the best too, Sydney. Happy
I-
late birthday.
Thank you. I went for bite 2, and I didn't want it. I just did
No one
it.
asked for it.
No, I just did it, and I
You
don't
just
know
didn't
why
want
I
to
did
be
it.
holding a Pringle anymore. Oh, well.
I
Okay.
have that.
Thanks,
Bye,
bud.
Sid.
Bye, Zed.
Bye.
Now, I have pizza, but I'm also enjoying some lemon pepper dry rub
That's
boneless wings from Pizza Hut because I'm hungry.
That's the thing is you all have actually caught me during tea time. First of all, 3:00 is maybe one of the more demented times to have a pizza party. First of all, and I understand we have friends. I understand there's friends in different time zones, but when I realized this morning, like I'm supposed to eat a meal at 3:00 goddamn clock, I couldn't
woke
run
up
the
this
numbers.
morning I woke up excited to eat pizza. That was my first thought in this story. It's like, I'm going to be paid to eat pizza later. That's really fun.
Yeah.
And then I thought, 3 p.m. though, man, I don't know how to work around that.
Well, what I did
I'm going to
is
ruin both my lunch and my dinner.
at lunchtime, I took a long nap instead, which is like a poor man's lunch. You know what I mean?
Travis's body can do this crazy stuff where it can use stuff for other stuff that it's not supposed to. Whatever his body needs to be doing right now, any part of his body, it's sort of like when a caterpillar turns into goo and then becomes a butterfly. It's all Travis. And so if he needs to eat, sleep, he can do that. If
It's like a Mr. Fusion machine. You can just put whatever trash you want to Travis and pure energy comes out.
Yeah, man.
He eats, sleep, he can piss blood, whatever you want his body to do.
That's actually the only two things. And they're usually pretty well connected. The more sleep I eat, the more blood I piss. I should get that checked out.
You should get shirts that say sleep to eat, piss to blood.
I came here to do 3 things: eat, sleep, and piss blood. And I'm pretty tired. Actually, I don't feel great.
Guys, I've been thinking about fucking with tea time for real.
Yeah.
I've become a cup a night tea drinker. I drink tea every night now because I've got some good supply.
You got that dog in you.
I also have that dog in me. And it seems like I could start subbing it in for those 3:00 blues instead of a cup of Joe. Doing a tea and maybe even, and tell me if this is too far, a biscuit with it. Because I do also like a 3 p.m. snack to help bridge the gap. Maybe not
Little
a full,
digestive.
maybe not a full personal pan DiGiorno's pizza, but like a biscuit.
Hey, Griffin, can you show that again?
It looks comically bad, Trav.
That is an impersonal pan pizza. No thought was put into you when they designed that pizza.
There's one piece that looks so fucking busted. This soldier right here, this player, he looks so fucked up and wild.
I'm having a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut that does not look like they finished baking it.
I'm supposed to eat this, and the McElroy family official YouTube channel commented, "That's a butthole." That's my lunch.
Bacon,
dinner,
onions,
dude.
and olives, and does not look like they finished baking it.
Can I also say my tummy is not coming correct to this particular performance, and I do regret that. This evening, the part of Griffin McElroy will still be played by Griffin McElroy, but he'll have diarrhea while he does it. And so all this pizza talk is actually really quite bumming me out quite a bit.
Okay.
Just
We can pivot
before
to
we
mine.
started, oh, sorry, go, Justin, what are you having?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yes, my dude. That's what I'm talking
man.
about. That's the fucking
Yeah,
stuff
man.
we like.
A real pizza pie, like in Mama Italy, right?
Yeah.
Like in
This is
Mama's.
how-
This is like Mama's Italy.
Italy.
Boy, howdy, juice. That's gonna be. You ever had one of them bad boys before? Or is this sort of like an
Honestly,
aspiration?
well, Griffin, there's a big problem that did not compute to me until just now. Is that it is raw cheese? I mean, it is just
Oh, Jay.
that's
raw
not-
Yeah, man.
ass-
It's a huge part of
raw
the
ass cheese.
Lunchables pizza experience. You're gonna be raw dogging that
Oh,
whole
man.
Do
thing.
you have
man.
do you have a Beast Bar or a Prime to wash it down?
If you put the raw cheese in and then you use the Beast Bar to kind of ramrod it down directly, you get all the eating experience with over and done with really fast.
Just before we started, I realized my thumbnail gel manicure is coming
Hell yeah.
off in one whole piece,
Oh, that's cool.
like a fake nail.
like a cicada.
Yeah, and I'm having a really hard time not fucking with it.
Okay.
I guess I should just pull it off.
If I start doing tea time, are you guys gonna talk shit about it at all?
No, man, I'd love it. I love tea
No.
time.
I worry about
yeah,
I worry sometimes about adopting new habits and behaviors and them coming off as an affectation. And I say that because mostly I do stick with these things for like 3 to 4 days. But
Justin and I have never belittled you for that, and we never will. There's plenty more for us to belittle you about.
you're right, actually. Yeah, I think you might actually be right. About both those.
This is where, and I listen. Obviously,
Hold on, let the man cook. Let him cook. Literally, Trav. You made a happy
you've heard of Salt Bay. Well, now it's time for Sauce Bay.
Oh man, thank you to the
Boy,
DJ
that is-
Osmo Pocket 3 for really delivering
Jesus
all the DPI
Christ.
grades.
You made the smallest dribble hole. for
Yeah,
sauce.
Juice. Let me check the aperture of your sauce blast.
How'd you
there, dude.
do that? Did you use a laser?
That's
Yeah,
his.
I mean, I like a specific look. I mean, I like a look.
He likes a fine point pizza pin. That's what he's got working with over there.
Okay, you guys, give me any celebrity,
Okay.
and I'm
Brad
going to do a
Garrett.
pizza caricature.
Okay, you've already used like
Like any-
80% of the pizza sauce, and so like
No,
you've
I got a
set-
whole packet here. I'm going to do a really good one. Just give me any celebrity that,
Oh,
that is
Tom
like really
Hiddleston.
recognizable.
I was gonna say
like
Timothy Chalamet.
huge beard would be so great. Okay, Timothy
No,
Chalamet.
no. I understand. You want someone with bigger features. You are not using the word
Bigger features, yeah.
Okay,
Bigger
gotcha.
features.
I'm gonna say, how about Dr. Teeth, the Muppet? He's got
Got it,
big
Trev.
features.
Dr. Teeth, please.
Now, Griffin, I think what you missed
Can we
out.
talk about the MaxFunDrive while Justin does?
I
his
will, but
part?
real quick, before we get too far away from tea time, any and all genders can enjoy tea time, but you missed out having 2 boys. Because having 2
I
girls,
see,
we
yeah.
did tea time a bunch, and it's become one of my favorite. It's such a good, like, ooh,
Yeah.
little treat. Ooh, little
Well,
treat for
but
me.
the little one eats candy. This kid can't get fucking enough of this stuff.
Yeah.
And so like I do get special treats throughout the day. Me just kind of wheezing off the kids' juice where they're like, I only ate half my cosmic brownie. It's like jokes
That is
on
a
you.
soft pizza.
What are we? Who's that? That's
Hell
Dr.
yeah, that's
Teeth.
Dr. Teeth.
He's crying.
And he has no teeth, Justin.
pizza, man.
Justin, he has no teeth.
Yeah.
I
Famously.
ate the teeth first.
That's awesome, man. That looks good, man.
Awesome, man.
MaximumFun.org/join is where you can go and help support all of the stuff that we make. This is gonna be if you haven't joined us for a pizza party before, it's gonna be a pretty cash hang, gang. We don't have much planned. We got some guests that are gonna stop by, and some of us are gonna eat pizza, some of us are gonna smell pizza, and then and then their kids are probably going to eat it later. We're going to have a great time. So
Somebody asked what my
stick
shirt
around.
said. It says abortion is healthcare.
My shirt.
So is birth control.
I don't have anything on my shirt. Travis, do I wear enough graphic tees? Because I feel like, Juice, you can get in on this too. I feel like you guys both love a graphic tee.
I got a long sleeve. I got a month celebrating the
Fuck, that's a good
Pumpkin
long
House. That's
good
good, right? The Pumpkin House of Canova, West Virginia. You can get this at the Red Caboose in Huntington, West Virginia.
That's good.
Come on down.
Ah, that's a good one.
No, Griffin, you have some fun ones.
I have a few. I guess I can't really say that in the same week where I did get a graphic tee with Funky Kong delivered.
Yeah,
to
you
my
just
house.
save them.
Yeah,
You don't spill your graphic tees upon the ground.
Well, I'll tell you what's getting me. I'm currently between medium and large, and I feel like just half the stuff I get for myself just is
hard,
simply
isn't it?
ill-fitting, and that's hard because a lot of the fun T-shirts you buy out in the world, you buy out at
In
like
the
a
wild.
concert or at a pumpkin house.
It's an impulse. Fate delivers them to you.
Fate delivers them to you, and sometimes they have a hard time fitting my bod.
MaxFunDrive.org.
MaxFunDrive.org/join.
Help Griffin get either a shirt or a bod that fits. One of those two.
One of those two. Honestly, that's the dream.
Where are we at right now? We're at 12,445. So the behind the scenes recording of Charlie Verse 3, that audio is, I believe,
Jesus
out now.
Christ. I had not heard it. It is so.
Did you listen?
Yeah, it is so incredible getting it's kind of like, I imagine, listening to Plato's Rave and then listening to like us come up with all the bullshit for Plato, like hearing in real time how that stuff was generated and was sort of imagined to go is like unbelievable stuff.
Charlie is obviously a creative genius. I can't stress that enough. Cooper, I adore Cooper's approach to combat stylings.
The honesty of it. The honesty of it.
They have to kill him is one of my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no other options. You weren't exaggerating.
I'm going in.
Okay.
Shall we all do a crunch 'em?
I'm not crunchy at all. It's
Coordinator, I
undercooked.
want to talk about not with them.
Undercooked, but still pretty good. Full of flavor. Look,
That was a
Griffin, he's
hair.
loving it.
That was a hair.
Griffin, I have a question for you. I watched your Fuser streams, both live and clips for them later. Do you have a condition that makes it when you're enjoying something, you make a face like you're afraid or in pain? Or is that like, can you translate to me what your face is doing while you are laying down some of the fattest DJ beats?
What does it look like? What does it look like?
It looks like you're afraid of something, or you're like holding back. I don't know, a screen. There's a lot of like, I'm not sure about this.
Congratulations, Travis. You've got it exactly right. That's it's pretty scary. I feel like live streaming yourself, throwing down some tunes. I feel like it's pretty scary because it's not that hard to really.
Is that why? Do you think that's why Skrillex wears the mask? So you can't like
you think
see.
like the only one that doesn't wear mask?
No, who wears a mask? Who's the one I'm thinking of who wears a mask? Dead Mouse. You think that's why Dead Mouse wears the
Or
mask?
Daft Punk.
Or
And
Daft
Daft Punk. Pretty much all of them, except for Skrillex.
Well, really, we all wear a mask, don't we? So I doubt that Skrillex is his Christian name. So Skrillex is the mask that he wears when you think about it.
I want to say a huge thanks to the entire Fuser Customs community. It is like a game you can't even buy anymore anywhere, and this community of fans of this incredible like rhythm game are keeping it alive by generating custom tracks for it. It fucking rules. I found it through Pat Gill over at Polygon. I think they also have a Reddit community or something, but there's so many fucking great songs on there, and it's man, I get so nostalgic for all the like harmonics sort of games whenever I see that logo pop up.
Miggy, is it possible to toggle off whatever green screen effect is making it look like there's a lot of purple sneaking up on me behind me?
Oh shit, that's cool. It's the Grimace Shake.
It's bleeding through. Yeah.
The Grimace Shake's coming to get Travis.
Oh no, not again.
Can I ask you, Travis? You just talked to Miggy. I don't think Miggy is extant in this shard of.
This is a different. Yeah,
that's how I pray.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
just sort of. Muscle
it's not
memory.
like I can't differentiate Miggy and the Judeo-Christian God. It's just that it wastes a lot of time deciding which one I need to talk to at any given moment. So I think it's easier just to literally let God
Fuck
sort 'em
yeah.
out.
Now they can put the three of us wherever they want. They can have the three of us skydiving.
Whoa!
Having the time of our lives.
Whoa, we're whitewater rafting, guys. Whoa!
Whoa!
You should support our shows to the moon.
Wow. I can't see the effects on my screen, Griffin, but I'm assuming they're coming through for the viewers.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Wow. So what we've gone with now is sort of just a big ass blocks of green. We got to get a fourth heat just to fill up the real estate.
Or two little heats.
Or Griffin, you've got to get one of those IMAX cameras.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Griffin.
Spread me out.
Show us the Apple boxes and cables, and show me where all of the like grips and like Best Boys are
I'm
hiding.
trying to come at you 16:9. You're missing stuff in the periphery. I have two weapons over here that you don't know anything about. Oh man, with the green screen effect, they can make it look like I have RoboCop arms.
Ah, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is even better. This is way different.
What's it like being on the bottom rung, Juice? It's crazy, right?
Hey, listen, I'm used to it in my household.
You can do
and this
robot
is
hands
way
now. Oh,
different.
it's purple. Shit. It's purple screen now.
That's
It
all right.
doesn't work anymore.
These lemon pepper dry rub wings are excellent.
I wish I had wings
That's
right
great.
now instead of genuinely. It is. Did I say the brand of the pizza? I mean, it's DiGiorno's. They can take a little heat. It's the worst pizza I've ever tasted in my entire life. I found it in our. We have like a shame freezer, like a little freezer where we put things that we want to forget about. And I found it in the shame freezer. I do not know how old this thing is. The taste is so bad. But
you know it tastes good. Supporting Maximum Fun and all
Yes.
the
Oh my
creators
gosh,
you love
Travis.
by going
Yeah.
to MaximumFun.org/join. Become a member for as low as $5 a month. You get access to hundreds of hours of bonus content, plus a bunch of other levels. If you're already a member, maybe consider upgrading or even just boosting by a couple dollars a month. It makes all the difference to us. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to make the things that we make. We wouldn't be able to do all the stuff that we do. We wouldn't be able to work with the people that help make that stuff. So thank you so much for everything.
what are you laughing about, Juice?
I was laughing in the chat. Someone says they got their pizza from the shame freezer too. And it makes me think that they're cruising by your house and checking out your shame freezer when you're not
No,
looking.
it was the only one in there. So like, it wasn't even
Doubtful.
like he had some road. No, seriously, it was the only one in there. So it wasn't even like he had some road dogs to vouch for him. It was very much
That's an
alien
indicator.
abduction
If it's the
situation.
last thing of anything in my house, chances are it's forever old.
Yeah.
Because that feeling of like, if they were ever old, when there's like 4 in a box and you eat the first 3 and you're like, someone else will want this last
Someone,
one.
for sure.
Paul Burns has got an excellent walkthrough for bonus content. If you're already a supporter and you want to check it out, you forgot how to, there's Paul's got step-by-step, or you can go to MaximumFun.org/how-to-BOCO and it'll tell you how to get to the bonus content if you're already a sponsor and you just want to check it out. Hey, can we welcome someone else to the show?
It's a little advance of his window.
It is, you're right.
Well, but
Okay,
we
well,
can
I'll
never
respect
get
that.
enough of him. He's here.
I guess so. I guess that's true.
Oh no, Trav. No, Trav. I'm hearing Griffin loud and clear. My man wants to spin his wheels for 4 minutes, and I can't wait to see what he has up his
All right.
sleeve.
Hey,
You go
Griffin, it's
for it,
time for your
Griffin.
tight four.
You pushed my segue off the tracks. You cook it away, baby. 4 minutes.
Thanks everybody for having me out here tonight. America's not much of a country these days. In my estimation,
If we let him go for 4 minutes, he would be arrested. By the end of it, the DC cops would come to his house.
they get here so fast,
And
guys, that you would not believe it. It's like,
Look at my giant water bottle.
that's a big. Oh, look at that.
Good. So look at, hey guys, 3 minutes left. You're doing so good. Griffin's got a water bottle too. Anybody else got a water bottle?
All right, maybe we can bring on our special guest. If assuming they are ready for us, if we can get confirmation from? Oh fuck yeah, there he is. It's Judge John Hodgman.
Hi, John. Hi, Judge.
I'm not on for another 3 minutes. So
that's what I said.
Okay,
I said
well,
we only paid him
this
for
is his
30.
time.
We can't ask him to do a bonus 3.
I'm just going to sit here quietly until
We'll prorate it. We'll pay you for the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No. I don't want to take anything from Maximum Fun for my 3 minutes, and especially since they know I'm the most expensive 3 minutes in show business.
I've heard that said about you.
Yeah.
Certainly on this network, for sure.
Oh, well, I'll just be here in the chat for a minute. Let me know when it's half past the hour on the dot.
All right, John. We'll check back in with you in a couple. Thank you so much.
I can't sign in to the chat.
This is a great now the three of us are playing a sort of cooperative game of chicken against John Hodgman to see who was
I would
just gonna
never
let this
do that.
uncomfortable
I
silence.
would never.
Well, you know it's
lose.
Maximum Fun, so it's got to be cooperative chicken.
Yeah, that's fair. It is a co-op. Oh, you all right, Juice?
Yes, I realized
what
I still had a paper bracelet on my wrist, and then I had to take it off. Problem.
Justin goes to events.
Regular stuff. I go to events.
I can't. How do I join?
It
It says sign into chat. I want to chat with these people.
So that's on YouTube, but we have the YouTube chat in this window so we can see it. But you don't have to actually wade into it.
Okay, but if I go to YouTube,
for the first time ever, I assume.
Oh, John, you're gonna find so much crazy. Do you know about David After Dentist?
You're gonna love it.
Is this real life?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. There's this one thing where Charlie bites a finger.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it.
It's funny, not scary. It's funny, not scary. It sounds like scary.
Bam.
It's spelled MR.BE.
Is this on your main? Is this on your main channel?
Yes, our main channel is
McElroy
Mr.
family.
Beast, and it'll just click the first live feed you see in there, and it's Mr. Beast.
This pizza Lunchable is among the worst things I've eaten. And I don't mean that today, this year. I mean my life.
Justin,
as a
I feel like
person.
you should have to show your pizza to John Hodgman and get just a sort of hot or not rating.
Now, should I mute it or just do an incredible echo situation? This is a remix.
It doesn't even, I don't think that would clock as pizza juice. I don't think that would even register. Okay, it's 3:30. John, you're in.
I just got into the chat.
Hodgman,
Hang on a
welcome to
second.
the program.
I just
Now you're
got
wasting
into
our
the
Now you're on our
chat.
time, John.
How is
Now you're wasting our
everybody?
times.
What kind?
Mr. Cool
Hang on,
Shit.
this is great. Watch this
Mr.
engagement. What kind of
Freezer.
pizza? What kind of pizza
Of
is
pizza.
the best kind?
Oh,
John's
that's good.
good.
John's
Open-ended
inventing a
prompt.
new sort of guesting technique where you type all your responses into
kind
chat.
of cut out, in fact, the front men and just talk directly to the middlemen. It works.
Travis,
great.
Griffin, Justin, hi. It's me,
Hello, John.
your
Hi.
Judge John Hodgman. How
Hi,
are
John.
Welcome.
you? What kind of
how's your-
pizza is the best kind of pizza? Griffin, we know you love DiGiorno's more than anything else in the world.
I don't. It's just all we had.
And do you heat it up or do you just...
I
Let
hork it.
let
I
spit
hork it
out till
down.
it comes to room temperature.
I hork it down cold and hard.
Wait, this DiGiorno's is a frozen pizza and Boboli is the
Oh,
big frisbee
eat
of
yourself.
dough that you
Yes.
get.
Yeah, no, this is a. I
That
mean, this
fits
is
no oven.
a cute little. I mean, it's cute. The size is cute. It's a personal pan.
Tim Size says Hawaiian is the best pizza. What do you think about
we
that?
can't
No.
spin that kind of heat
Vulgar.
up in here.
Hey,
vulgar.
that's a thing someone says
God
to
dang.
be different.
Yeah.
How do you like your crust? How do you like your
Good
crust, John?
question.
How do you like your crust? Griffin, I'll ask Griffin. this.
I like a thinner crust.
A New York style, you might say.
I guess so. I mean, I'm from New England, and the pizza that we
We have
had
a style
there,
of pizza there, right?
what's that? Yeah,
There's a
New
New England style of pizza, right? A
Yeah.
thicker.
there's a tradition of Greek American families opening pizza places, and the Greek style pizza is made in a metal pan. It's like a pan pizza, and the crust is sort of fried in oil, basically.
Oh, wow.
I like
really,
that.
really good.
That's really lovely. Have you considered doing it St. Louis style, where it comes square on a little cracker a little texture cracker, a little bit of. It's like a communion with a little bit of spaghetti sauce and cheese on it.
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri.
The Show Me State.
Yeah, that's the
This
one.
is what I say to St. Louis, Missouri, and it's pizza. Show me that you suck without showing me that you suck.
Nice. Get him, John.
Well, just about the pizza, right? You're not talking shit broadly about.
No, of course not.
Okay. Yeah,
Hey, John, can I ask you a question?
No.
We got into the. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Next.
You have a local
Travis,
pizza
I'm
place
sorry.
you
That was
like, John?
No. I was just wondering because you were talking about not using up your time, most expensive 3 minutes in show business.
Oh, that's over now. Those 3
You're
minutes.
a showbiz.
My price
I can't riff
at
on something.
3:27
Can't riff
Eastern
on something
time.
from forever ago.
My question is, have you ever either yourself or seen other people have actual things on their writer that were like, this is what needs to be in the green room, and it's like weird
Oh
things?
yeah, have you actually ever heard of any actual weird writer things?
A weird rider thing.
And name names. We want the goss, John.
In case you're curious, John, I'll tell you. I'll give you time to cook. Here's the entirety of our rider.
Yeah.
A bunch of fruit that we won't eat, a bunch of vegetables we won't eat, a bunch of Cheez-Its for our kids that may or may not be there, and a bunch of candy. And then it says in the rider, best local donuts. That's the only weird one that we have in our rider is I asked Paul to put in whatever you think is the best local donuts, bring that. And it's really good because sometimes you'll get Kroger and that means they don't care about you. And then the other times you'll get local donuts and then someone else on the crew will say, those aren't the best local donuts. I'll tell you where the best ones are. And then you get a second recommendation for free.
That rules. It's really
Good
played
stamp.
out so well for us.
Do you get a second round of donuts for free?
If we're there for 2 days,
If we're doing 2
But
nights,
usually
yeah.
the second night we get a different kind of donut.
Oh, and
I've
to be
never done
clear,
a second night.
Oh, John.
and nothing is free, John. We made that mistake too. You have to pay for all of it. We messed that up
I
on our
genuinely
rider
don't
early
think-
on really bad.
I bet people don't know that. People who have
That's
never
good
done a
point.
live.
I didn't when I was first touring around with my imitation of stand-up comedy.
When,
And they're
when
like,
they-
"What do you want? What do you want in there?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, 17 bottles of gin on the wall, please." And
decorative gin.
yeah, and then the person I was traveling with, who was a little bit more fluent in these things, said, "You better take all that gin and beer and cookies or whatever with you because you bought them."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ah!"
Oh, that's tacky. Steal from the theater? No way. We were getting like hummus and shit.
So
We
I had,
were
to,
like,
buy, I had to buy a gin suitcase because I had to check that stuff, going
Every
on.
time
And for your gin suit.
Yeah.
Every time that we've had people backstage, it always ends with us begging them to take things so they don't go to waste.
Yeah,
it's
like
us
visiting
it's like
a college kid
like
visiting
a
a parent's house.
Yeah, like a Baptist
this.
mom, like trying to shove, like, you love fruit. You were telling me, just put it in the car,
this.
it'll keep.
You
You'll
love
eat it.
You love only the black cherry White Claws. You
Come
love
on.
these. You were just
Yeah,
saying.
if I see a mixed carton of White Claws, let's just say
Did you realize mid?
I just
there wasn't a great
realizing-
off ramp from that.
That's
sentence.
We
Yeah,
actually, that's when you get a bite of pizza, just, yum.
yeah. I'm just gonna stop.
wish-
You know
I
what?
wish they would stop putting.
Saying nothing is also an option all the time.
There's a few flavors
is?
of White Claw.
Yeah, I know, Travis. You're not familiar with that, but it is possible.
Never heard of it.
No, one should speak one's mind and say their truth, but I have no problem with different flavors of White Claw.
Do you have a favorite and least favorite flavor of White Claw? Because we really don't. The black cherry ones are extremely hard for it.
No, the black cherry is my favorite.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, strangely, pineapple is my least favorite, even though I love pineapple.
That's so weird.
You're really waging a war on pineapples.
I like a diet
someone-
I like a Dr. Brown's diet black cherry soda.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
Not
good.
to- not to
Someone
derail.
asked, speaking of soda,
Yeah.
does John have a Moxie Cola sign in the background?
I do.
Is that accurate?
Yeah. So Moxie Cola is, well, it's not a cola. It's a soda. It's got a different flavor. It's got gentian root in it, very medicinal. It precedes Coca-Cola in history. And it was more popular. And it was like Coca-Cola served in pharmacies as a nerve tonic. Coca-Cola was a little bit more successful because of the cocaine it had in it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that-
You gotta pay
and
extra.
let that be a lesson to new business owners today. If you're starting a cola business, put cocaine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People go nuts for this stuff.
And they love it in Maine, or they have it in Maine. I don't know. Everyone has a different feeling about it. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. talk about it on the podcast, I used to say, "Hey, why don't you sponsor Judge John Hodgman?" And they said, "Well, we'll send you this poster with an image of Judge John Hodgman on it. Can you see that?"
Yeah.
So
I had to cover up
cool.
his
Wow.
eyes because I have this fancy new camera now, and the camera was focusing on him, not me.
Jesus Christ, that's funny.
That's great.
So I had to cover
Can
up
I
his
just
eyes.
say that illustration of you is very, very good.
Yeah.
And if you had told me that was Thomas Patrick Lennon, I also would have believed that.
Travis, that's incredibly flattering to me. Thomas Patrick Lennon's a very smart person, and he's got a very pretty face.
Can we applaud the bravery of Travis for visually comparing a person to another person?
I
And
don't
one of those
know.
people.
I was
huge
comparing
fucking
an
wing.
illustration.
It went right this time. It went right this time.
This
But it's
time.
not a
So many ways to
huge
get a
thing.
broken bad. What if
Not
you
a
said
good-
someone like really busted looking, John?
No,
I
I
was
know. That's why you should
comparing-
never. You
No.
should. All comparisons are odious. You should never
I
do it.
could not believe he was doing.
But in
I
this
was
case,
not
I was just like,
comparing
where-
John
whoa,
Hodgman
I
to
was like-
Thomas Patrick Lennon. I
Wait,
was saying that
wait.
illustration.
I was like, where is this going? And he said, I just have an argument to make. I'm like,
You
I'll
butthole.
allow it, counselor, but tread carefully.
Yeah.
And in this case, it paid
John,
off.
I learned the best thing when we were recording a Sawbones episode about soda, that the original name for Pepsi was Brad's Drink.
Is that so?
It's true. The original name for Pepsi was Brad's Drink. Everyone's Googling it to check it, and the wave of Justin was right is about to come in rolling like a very satisfying
We're on
tide.
about a
3,
1 minute delay, so
2,
it will be a
1.
minute.
And
Okay. You
instead
watched
of
the
naming
chat
it,
for a while.
after Brad,
Yeah.
they named it after the digestive enzyme pepsin, which is true because that was marketed as
It's
medicine.
true,
too.
but it's not as good as Brad's drink.
I agree with you. I think they missed a real
You-
opportunity there.
Do
I
you
wanna
know why
jump
Oreos
back
are
to-
called Oreos? No one does. That's true. Oreo doesn't know why they're called Oreos. Unless they're lying about that. Yeah, Oreo doesn't know. Nobody knows. You ask Oreo, they're like, we have no idea.
I want to
No
jump
clue.
back to the writer question because John seemed to have an
Oh, yeah.
answer at some point.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
I mean, the reason that what's the legend like? Only green M&Ms,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
and I don't remember which band it was that insisted on it, and everyone's like,
Van Halen is
Halen?
what I think, yeah.
yeah, well, let's just say Van Halen or whatever, and there's like, oh, they're so. We thought that they were down to earth, just a couple of brothers and two other guys rocking out, but in fact, they're devos, I guess, because they only want green M&Ms. But the thing is that the rider request like that is supposed to test that. It shows the tour manager that the house actually is paying attention to
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
rider, and therefore other things that they have to rely on, like lighting setups, aren't going to fall on the brothers Van
Right.
Halen head.
Yeah.
And I'm sure pyrotechnics were a big part of their shows during that part too. Like you want
Yeah.
eyeballs.
Hey, if you're going to lift David Lee Roth up in the air while singing Panama,
Yeah.
you want to make sure.
Don Dave, come
You want to
on.
make sure that those cables are made out of the best green M&Ms. You don't want any of those.
No.
Brown.
Brown M&Ms are less conductive too when you're using them for wiring.
I haven't had an M or an M for a long time.
Oh, really?
Do I remember correctly that there's a pale brown and a dark brown M&M?
You might be
No,
thinking
dude.
about you're thinking about Reese's Pieces.
They have different.
No, they're-
different
I believe
shapes of
there is a
brown.
tan, an orange, a dark brown, and
Right, maybe I
a
am because
yellow.
Reese's
Okay.
Pieces are better than M&Ms. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
what, John?
When did you
No.
hop off? You're right. When did you hop off M&Ms? Because they really have got like you. Did you fuck with them when like crispy was starting to be a thing?
Oh,
Peanut butter rules.
Look, I don't. The reason I like peanut butter is, as I've said many times on the Judge John Hodgman podcast, I don't have a sweet tooth. I have an alcohol molar. I don't have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
None of that does anything for me. I don't want the best donuts. I don't even want acceptable donuts.
Yeah.
Although my friend Adam Sachs had an idea for a business once. It was going to be called Huge Donuts, and the donuts were going to be this big.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's
And-
good.
And the motto is going to be, if they're not big, they're not huge.
That's very
I
good.
like that.
Pretty good,
That's
right?
really
I like
good.
that a lot. I went. It's my son's birthday this weekend. We did a class party for him at his school, and we had to bring a snack. And so I got some mini donuts from Krispy Kreme. Y'all seen these little chodes? These guys are amazing. They're like small donuts. They're not donut holes. They're
A box of
actually
them little chodes.
they're donut shape, the real donut shape with like icing and
Yeah, that's the ones I mean.
jimmies and all that stuff.
They're like little donuts. They're like little chodes.
But it's
You
at, like,
know,
but
chow nuts.
It's at like 65% size. It's like the perfect, and for like a classroom of 4-year-olds, like it's a great
That's
solution.
right. Yeah.
Stop the jokes. There was a tan M&M. Stop the jokes, everybody.
Wow.
Chad has agreed that Mr. Hodgman was right. Judge Hodgman, excuse me, was right. There was a tan M&M. Which
Steve Freeman says there was blue, then the blue dye was poison, so light brown replaced it. Then they found a non-poison blue.
I'm glad, man. Science kicks ass, man.
Science rules. John, did you ever drink Josta?
I once auditioned to be the caramel M&M.
Oh, really?
Is that true?
You know.
And
Well,
John, it sounds like if someone was pretending to be you for a contest, it sounds like the kind of sentence that they would say as part of their
two
impersonation.
truths and a
And
lie.
John, you're
It's
saying that you
absolutely
auditioned-
true. I wish
you,
there are two roles that I really wish I had gotten, and the caramel M&M would have changed my life.
What was the other one?
The other role was actually a role that I got in Breaking Bad, but I wasn't able to do it because I had to go on a book tour, or so I said, and that was a mistake. Can I swear?
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Fuck book tours. Go be on a television show if that's your choice.
yeah, man.
Go be
Yeah,
on the best show that you've ever seen. How about that? Instead of honoring your commitment, even to my hometown bookstore, the Paperback Booksmith.
Yeah.
Just go. Just tell them no.
John, you should have asked me. I would have told you.
Yeah, man, why didn't you
Did
check
you
it
talk
out?
to anyone about this?
It was before I started the Judge John Hodgman podcast with Jesse Thorne.
Yeah.
It was before I knew any of you fine brothers. So
Yeah.
I didn't have the knowledge base.
All
now I
right,
got the
if
knowledge
we
base.
hit-
That's why I run every audition by you guys now. You
Yes,
know
thank
this.
you.
John, they went on TV one time, and then they canceled the show. Okay,
If we hit-
listen to us about anything.
If we hit 25,000 new upgrading and boosting members, we will reboot Breaking Bad so that John can be on it round
Yes.
2.
Wait. It's going to be an unauthorized reboot.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's going to be like an
we're
asylum.
gonna get
an
some of the
asylum,
tertiary actors.
a mock buster.
We'll get
Yeah.
Brian Scranton in there, all the best ones. Don't you worry about it.
Speaking of unauthorized reboots, there's that show The Pit with Noah
Yes.
Wiley. It's on now. That
Right.
clearly started life as a ER reboot until
Yes.
an executive said, "Well, where's George Clooney?" No,
Yeah.
then not.
No.
We're not doing it.
Who do we have the
He's
money
busy.
for? Well,
Well, no, I think Noah Wiley was the one who initiated it, along with some ER producers, because he had just been making. I mean, he's been doing a lot of activism, but his acting had been in the librarian TV movies.
Yes.
Whatever.
right.
Point is, there's an incredible actor on that who plays Dr. Mel King, who's Brian Cranston's daughter.
Oh,
The
cool.
end.
Oh,
So the point is, we can't get into Hollywood. It's all Nepo babies. All the way down.
that's
Yep.
all right. I had my time in the sun. I was on at midnight for 22 minutes. I
Yes.
had my moment.
R.I.P.
Oh man, how's your pizza, John? It actually looks considerably better than any of the action
Yeah,
we brought
that's
to the
true.
table.
I'm a little embarrassed because I really just want to eat it. I use this as an excuse to go down to Smiling Pizza, which is my local.
Oh,
Oh, that
local-
looks good.
Look at the size of
man.
that. That's real stuff.
Devastating.
Well, I was holding it fairly close to the camera. It's a trick of perspective. It's how they made the Hobbits small.
Mm.
Uh,
I didn't know the
also-
hobbits were made out of pizza, John.
Yeah, no, well, yeah. There's a lot. It's Hollywood
Oh
trickery.
God, guys! There's a giant pizza in this room. There's not even room for you anymore. With what a big pizza there is.
Justin, is the
This is
pizza
easy.
behind
Yes,
your gross Lunchable?
Hey guys, look, I'm really big. Guys, I got so I grew.
Movie magic, man.
Just movie magic. Just
Oh, I
movie
was
magic.
freaking out.
You know
Yeah,
what?
don't worry.
I don't know. Look,
Movie magic.
as I said, all comparisons are odious, and I try not to give people comments on their physical appearance because we should be appreciating each other for what's inside, not what's outside. But I will say, all three of you, you got some of the top foreheads in the biz.
Oh,
thank
It's so
you.
good.
That's
It's the
extremely
size.
shapely and lovely foreheads.
Right.
I did
Hey.
mishear you for a second. I thought you said FOUR, like top 4.
That is
And
also what I
was like,
thought you
there's
said.
3 of them.
Heads.
John, if I could, I don't want to put you in an uncomfortable position, but can you rank them?
Sure. Can I rank the foreheads of the three brothers? I mean,
Yeah.
first
Or
of all,
just our
answer.
personal appearance, like sort of in general.
first of all, you're
Or
all
overall as people.
Real quick, Wood in the comments just said, Justin, you're eating hardtack. And that's the
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
description for what the
Absolutely.
crust is on a Lunchable
I mean, if you
pizza.
look at this,
Oh, you're having
this
a
is Johnny
Lunchable?
cake. This is a Johnny cake. This is
Nailed
what
it.
we
That's
sit
a,
our,
that's
our
a pizza,
troops with.
actually.
You're having a Lunchable pizza. Is that what's going on?
He's
I
in
didn't
prison.
plan
He's
well.
on the road. He's on the road. And you know how hard the fucking road life is, John. There's
Yeah,
only
the
food
road
at your
is hard.
house.
And you
after
can't
all.
get pizza outside
Anywhere,
your own
man.
home.
No,
No
it's
way.
Hey,
impossible.
why don't
That
you
was
two
on a-
fucking sleazo dirtbags show your pizza again, you nasty ass freaks?
Yeah, you
Before you get all
freaks.
spicy, Griffin, show that butthole of a pizza. Try to show your undercooked mess. Fuck you guys.
Slightly undercooked.
What are you eating,
I got a
Trav?
crust at least I can eat.
I'm having a Pizza Hut personal pan pizza with onion, bacon, and olive, but it just isn't as well cooked as I'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my pizza up on screen real quick. I'm just gonna hold it
This
up.
is your pizza party. Oh my gosh.
There it is.
I don't think that's real, Griffin.
Look at that beauty.
Good, Griff. That's real good.
Hang on, I also got a pepperoni slice. I'm gonna go get it. A vamp. I'll be right back.
Guys, that was the aesthetic ideal of pizza that I decided to present as the pizza I was eating. I was looking for. Here we go. That's
There he goes.
That's a pizza. Look at that.
Oh, that's really good. It's really good.
What's this
Here's
little gray
my-
fucking button do? Oh no, not him.
Oh man,
My
he's
pizza.
gonna call out for you.
My pizza's Pizza the Hut.
I miss John. I
I mean,
wish he
Sean's
hadn't
here. I
just
hope he comes
left.
back.
He had to go show us what pepperonis look like. There it is.
That
Oh,
looks
Yeah, that's
great.
a pepperoni
So-
pizza.
In the dirt, it looks dirty with flavor, which is what
Yeah.
I
I
really
had
like.
I had a lot of black pepper to my pizza.
I was
Yeah,
yes,
black pepper.
I
More than
really
fresh
like
red
that.
pepper.
it's
But
absolutely.
this is
filthy with
pretty iconic.
pepper.
I don't love New York pizza all the time, but Smiling makes the best version of it. It's cheap. It's on a paper plate that's stained with grease. It's quite
That's how you know
delicious.
it's good.
I'm
I-
always looking for an excuse to get some pizza, and I don't understand
John,
why
you
you would eat this
Which one of
terrible
us
pizza.
has the best forehead, Sean?
Yeah, rank
Now,
them.
come on. Is there an iconic pizza experience in your head, John, that you keep coming back to?
I don't
Do
know.
you have
Is there
like
an iconic
all-time-
pizza experience in your tallest forehead of the three?
Oh man,
Bazinga! Yes, got out from
It's
under
not, I
that
don't
one.
actually know if, I think it was a compliment.
It was. It's a compliment. You
Yeah,
have
it's
the
a compliment,
tallest
Griffin.
forehead. I would say
Yes,
that.
Griffin, I don't know.
I would say that Travis is the closest to a widow's peak.
Thank
So
you.
he's got the most super villainous forehead.
Thank you.
So I've got in the middle. I sort of land in the middle, is what you're saying. Kind of split. the
You're
upright.
kind of you're in the middle. You have let's say a respectful first date forehead. I'm not really
Thank
sure
you
what that
so much.
means.
I got a
but
haircut yesterday.
It looks really
Um,
good. I really like your haircut. I
thank
like
you
your.
so
I like,
much.
Yeah,
I-
you all
I
look
found-
terrific.
I finally found my guy here in DC. And
Okay.
It's such an
Oh, yeah.
such an exciting moment.
When you got your guy, yeah.
When I found my guy here in DC, he's a chill bro who cuts hair so good. And yesterday, I was finishing up the haircut. We were talking about reality TV. I was like, "Yeah, I watch a lot of it, and it's on Netflix, like some of the Korean and Japanese reality shows." He was like, "Have you seen Physical 100?" And I was like, "My
Yeah,
dude,
that's
we
your
talked
guy.
about Physical
Oh.
100 and fucking Siren Survived the Island." Just, I was like, "This is my dude. Cut my hair." This
Do you
is
know
amazing.
Physical
John, you have a
100,
neighborhood?
John?
What now?
Do you know Physical 100?
No, I don't know what you're talking
It's a
about.
show about
talk about.
100 strong people competing to be the strongest person.
I
That's
want to talk about something.
Oh, I'm all right. I'll watch that. I'll be your
I-
guy.
John, do you have a local place you go to get your haircut? What's your haircut deal?
I'm glad
Justin
we-
neighborhood
interrupted
guy?
the conversation we were having to be like,
yeah, this is
now
really
where do
important.
you,
I'm just
now
gonna say
John, tell us
neighborhood guy,
exactly.
What's up?
My
Not
hair's
just-
a little long right now, so
It
I got to
looks
go see.
good, John.
Yeah, it looks good.
I
Looks
got to
really
go
nice.
see.
You're not doing yourself any service with the hat. You're hiding behind your hat. You got good hair.
Yeah, well, it gets messy and then it flops around. I'm a little self-conscious.
That's
It's a little
artistic,
long.
though.
I know. I look like
Yeah.
I look like a real emo fella.
You look like a
Um,
fancy chef, is what you look like.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
you
you.
do. That's a
Thank
good
you.
call.
Well, heard.
I wanna give you a
Heard,
Michelin
chef.
star.
Heard.
Yeah.
I go to see the same haircutter, incredible haircutter that my wife, who's a whole human being in her own right, goes to see. She's a stylist at a salon, but she's independent. Her name is Holly Ivy.
Oh,
And
right.
she's my guy.
That's great.
She's my guy.
That's
She does.
fantastic.
I love that.
I've got weird cowlick stuff going on
Me
back
too,
here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
once you know someone who knows how to deal with that, but I don't know if Holly's watching. I think she's a Bim Bam fan. We've talked about you all before.
Thank
Hi,
you,
Holly.
If she's watching. Holly, please don't. I mean, I know you're going to move to Toronto, but please,
No!
please stay and cut my hair every now and,
And
then.
Holly-
Please come back.
It's so important, Holly. MaximumFun.org/join. It's the last day of the drive. If
Yeah,
you need
right.
help support our shows.
Oh, I think she's a member. She listens to Maximum Fun things.
That's amazing. Then
Your
thank you so
show,
much.
probably.
John, you got your finger on the pulse of a lot of different kinds of media. You've been a literary agent. You've been in TV, movies, podcasting, all that stuff.
Right.
How, in your experience, can you talk a little bit about just the MaxFun network and how it functions as compared to other things? Like this model feels special to me.
Well, I was just thinking about this. In my long career of whatever it is I do, I've done a lot of different things. I've done writing of books. I've done my imitation of stand-up comedy, arguably acting, not on Breaking Bad, all kinds of different things. But of all the things that I've done, I only own two things. I own the copyrights to my books because that's traditional in books. That's one of the great things about books. Is that the company doesn't own it. And then the Judge John Hodgman podcast, I co-own it with Jesse Thorne. Thank you, Balloons.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That was cool.
That's something that happens.
Well, I'm guessing you're a Mac. Am I right?
Grasped him.
You got me.
We get one of those a year, and this was like a good one to deploy it on trap.
I love it.
You do own that iconography too, John. I have to say, even if it's not on paper, you are an icon.
No, I mean I don't own the rights to this. I don't own the rights to Dicktown, the animated comedy I made with David Reese, and that's on Hulu for now. But I don't know when they're gonna yoink it. Mm-hmm. I did a one human comedy style show called Ragnarok for Netflix, which was really exciting, and I got paid for it, but they yoinked it because I guess they ran out of hard drive space.
Is it not on? It's not on anymore?
No, they yoinked it. They yoinked it years ago. There's no way to see it unless you buy it from me on a DVD. And
bleak times.
I know. And lots of people who are creative professionally, they don't know when their stuff's going to get yoinked. I mean, yoinking happens throughout life. Yeah. Relationships end. People walk away, they grow apart, et cetera, et cetera. But no heartbreak is as bad as having your stand-up special taken from Netflix.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's
that's what Sophie's Choice was about.
But
yeah, that's right.
By comparison,
MaxFun
Network,
all of the Maximum Fun podcasts are owned by their creators. So it's not only an employee-owned cooperative, that is the employees of Maximum Fun who distribute the shows and make the websites and manage the communities, et cetera, but we, the creators, we own our own product, which is really, really special and unique, I think, among most podcast networks. Certainly the big corporate ones that you might listen to other podcasts on, they can cancel a podcast like that. They'll yoink it. Yeah. All of a sudden you're out of the thing that you've worked so hard to create goes away. But in Maximum Fun, we own the podcast, and every 2 weeks out of every year, we continue to build this relationship with our community of listeners and supporters. So I'm making podcasts for the listeners. I'm not making podcasts for an executive.
Yeah.
I'm making podcasts and I'm not only making it for the members either. I'm making it for everyone who listens, because Maximum Fun affords me, it's not a luxury. It's just a humane way of doing creative business.
Yeah.
And, we have very minimal advertising, but we get to choose the advertising. We don't have anyone telling us what to add. I'm so grateful to Maximum Fun for so many things, but especially I've never been forced to read ad copy for pubic hair trimming.
Yeah. Yes. Because you hate that.
He does it for the love of the game.
I'm not against it. It's everyone's business. It's everyone's own business.
For free. We don't own. Someone asked in chat. We do not own the My Brother and Me TV show. I don't know who does. I
own it on DVD. That's
I have two copies on DVD that I'm gonna put in.
I won the rights to the TV show from J.D. Amato in a Sabac game.
Oh man!
But you see, I think even more with how sort of fractious and chaotic everything is. Like, it really is. It sounds like something someone else will fund. But I think we're seeing more and more, like, if you believe that this is the way that things should be funded, if you believe, if you don't want media that can be just like erased at a moment. I can watch Fungies. Yoinked is the term. I can't watch every episode of Fungies. It got
I was just thinking about that.
HBO Max. Yeah, from
a lot of animation has just gotten
Infinity Train. Yep. Anyway, if you don't want to be part of that system, be part of ours. MaxFunDrive.org/join.
The fact is that if you like something. If you like an artist, whether that's a podcaster or an actor, someone who does embroidery, someone who embroiders portraits of pets. That's a great job. Anyway, if you like an artist and you want to support them and you have the means to do it, the best way to do it is to do it the way they ask you to do it. Like, the best help is not the help you want to offer. The best help is helping in the way you are asked. And the reality is that for us to continue making our respective shows for Maximum Fun, the way that is most helpful to us is for you to become a member. And so go to
But you also get a lot
join.
of great stuff when you do so.
Of course. And the flip side, they're the thank you gifts. They're the bucket hats,
right,
and the incredible beach towel, which is amazing. There's obviously a huge benefit to being a member simply in getting all of the bonus content. We do an extra show a month now, which is a members only mailbag where people who are members can write in to me and Jesse and Jennifer Marmer without a dispute, anything, a comment, a dispute with us, a special moment in their lives. We read the mailbag and we have a great time together.
That's amazing.
That's wonderful.
That's a fifth episode per month.
Yeah.
So at the $5 a month level, you're getting, it's $1 an episode every month. And it's, I think, a pretty good value. But aside from that, you also get the feeling of like, oh yeah, well, I get all this extra stuff, but I'm also participating in a community that is, meaningful to me. Sure. I think, and the community is meaningful to me too. Like, people will write in saying, thank you for keeping me company while I'm driving across the country, or I'm on the night shift, or I'm washing the dishes, or I'm walking the dog, or whatever it is. It's a very intimate relationship. But I say thank you for keeping me company, because I feel pretty lonely. I would be very, very lonely if I didn't have
for sure.
the Judge John Hodgman listeners and all the Max Fun listeners to talk with and share my life with. So it's a really nice relationship.
John, I did not mean to really hop on there and double confirm.
Hold on.
I'm so lonely. I was like, when I said, for sure there, I was worried.
Griffin, it's 4 p.m. Griffin, it's 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m. Griffin, it's 4 p.m.
Griffin, I didn't mean to shut you down, Griffin, because you were saying something very nice. But I wanted to point out, Mark Gonzalez in the chat says, when you contribute to one podcast, because obviously when you go to MaximumFun.org/join, you get to earmark which podcast you listen to, so the bulk of your dollars will go there. He says, when you give to one podcast, do you get the extra stuff for the other podcasts? And for the most part, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
You get the bonus content for every podcast.
Hundreds of hours.
From across time.
You know what we did for our bonus episode, John?
No, I don't.
We ate progressively hotter chicken wings while asking each other very personal questions, auditioning for the show Hot Ones.
Well, John's never been on YouTube before, so he doesn't know what that is.
Oh, yeah, we made it up then.
You say Hot Ones. Let me look that up.
John, you're not ready.
Don't just Google Hot Ones, John. That's risky.
Wait,
John.
Guys, it's 4 p.m. We're going to have to start paying John time and a half. I can't afford it.
Oh, no.
John, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Slow down.
Hey, this Hot Ones seems like a lot of fun. Hot Funs.
Yeah. Get on it.
I would love to hear. I'm going to go listen to your bonus content and listen to you guys burn your.
There's a video even. We put out a video of it.
You need.
Burn our little mouths.
If you become a member, you can also see the Judge John Hodgman beach party house. We recorded a video special for spring break, and Jesse gets a little drunk, and I take my shoes and socks off and show them on camera. So if that's something you like,
that's free dogs.
MaxFunDrive.org/join. Thank you so much, you guys, and thanks for giving me an excuse to eat this pizza because it's really good.
You're welcome, John.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you too. Bye. Coming up next, I'm excited to welcome Alex and Katie of Secretly Incredibly Fascinating.
Hello, channel them, summon them.
Hello.
Hey,
we got
hey,
it.
what's up?
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, hi guys. How's it going?
Hi.
Listen, we've been talking for an hour, so you'll just go fucking nuts. Say go for it.
You two can talk while we just
run wild. We are not going to interrupt. We're not going to get in the way. Just you two cook. We're in your kitchen now.
I got a tight 60.
Thank God. Welcome to our pizza party, y'all.
Thank you.
Are you equipped? Are you ready? Do you have pies for?
It's hard to find, but
okay. You guys are. You all are West Coast, right?
So
it's
good.
like a
Sorry,
reasonable...
in what way was it hard to find? I'm confused.
Oh, well, I live in
He's doing a
Italy,
bit.
so
Oh,
they
you live
don't
in
really.
Italy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So your American style pizza that you're thinking of is not available there. You already know.
Yeah, and I'm in New York State, so also pizza desert. You can't find
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
Unavailable.
Big problem with pizza there.
I got pizza
How-
from the one pizza place that cuts the pizza for you.
Oh,
Nobody
that's-
else does.
They don't cut the pizza for you.
In
Well, you're
Italy,
supposed
no.
to eat it in one big, like just fold out
Yeah,
the
what's
whole
the
thing.
assumption? What's the assumption there that you're gonna
You use a
and
knife
fork
and
it?
fork.
But
Yeah.
they put a handle on it. They put a handle on it. God put a handle on it.
Pizza evolved to have a handle on it so we could eat it. But
Like
the
when you knife
Italians-
and fork it, you start from the outside, and so like your first bite is just all crust.
I've never quite figured. I usually kind of roll it a little bit, so I make like a little mini calzone every
Yeah, for
every
sure.
bite.
And the
The
owner of this
Italian style.
restaurant, the owner of this restaurant is watching everyone rolling their pizzas up, and is like, "Yes, I'm the one who's figured it out."
Rolling
Oh,
it
hey,
like a tube, like a big long
Yeah,
submarine
you're rolling into
sandwich.
a big
Like-
log.
I used to do that with my school pizzas that were big and rectangular, but that was mostly so I didn't have to look at the stuff on it when I ate it.
I should try that with these Lunchable pizzas I'm enjoying here.
There's the classic pizza luge that happens. So you roll your pizza and then you kind of try to get it to your mouth, but all the grease.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, do you guys not have an inverted pizza table that keeps that from happening where you're upside down so the pizza's right side up? I didn't know this was your first day. Come on.
Thank you all for joining us here for our pizza party.
thank you for
It's
having
good
us.
to be here.
How is
Has anyone asked who's eating what's on the pizza camp? Where's
Oh,
it?
yes, that's Amanda.
That is
enjoying the
Amanda.
pizza.
Oh, okay.
is producing this one, and that is I mean, it's a beautiful pie.
And we can't stop doing the stream until she's eaten all of it. In
Yeah,
one sitting.
it's a real saw trap we've set up here. How is your guys' MaxFunDrive going?
It's been really fun. We just hit a goal yesterday to do another episode of our BOCO, which is a show called The Inspectors Inspectors.
Ooh,
I like to
Where-
call it us
Ooh.
piss.
Yeah, we call it USPIS because U.S. Postal Inspection Service is USPIS.
Oh.
But it's a recap podcast about a TV show produced and funded by the Postal Service. Like the U.S. Postal Service made a TV show.
that
What?
kicks ass.
They sure
Yeah.
did. It sure
really?
does.
What happens on it?
It's supposed to be edutainment for teens, and it aired on CBS Saturday mornings, like the actual channel CBS.
No kidding.
In
What
the
was-
2010s, like recently.
And what were they teaching?
They're like teaching about postal crime, but
How to do it?
Like how to do
Is
it?
that a big enough
effectively?
problem with teens
Almost.
perpetrating postal crime? That,
Well, you
like,
got
they
to
have
get
get
them
it
early, Justin.
Yep.
If you wait until they're like 25
No.
or 26, they're too
No.
deep in.
apparently they like analyze the ratings, and it's intended for teens, but the actual audience, the top demo, was like 60 and over. Like it's just the
Yeah.
people
Oh.
watching morning CBS, and
It leaves you with more questions about postal crime than like
Yeah.
when you start, because you assume like, oh well, yeah, people fraud, mail fraud, and then it's like a episode where someone carves symbols on ivory and uses them to like compare, and it's like I'm confused. Does USPIS do this? Because I don't know that they hunt like that. They tackle ivory dealers.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, that
think...
seems ambitious for the post to handle.
yeah.
Wait, do you ever the whole premise of your show, and it is fascinating because it's right there in the name, secretly incredibly fascinating. You take a topic, do a deep dive, you're gonna learn all the fascinating things about it. I did the show recently, and I was thinking, do you all have many topics that you wish you hadn't learned so much about, where you regret learning all the details, and you kind of wish you didn't know as much about how that particular sausage was made? Is there any cases in which ignorance was bliss, and you just didn't realize it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy learning so much about ranch dressing.
Okay, what now, Katie? Can you speak on that for
No,
me?
Justin, I
delicious.
like ranch dressing. Don't if this is
No,
gonna ruin
I
it
hate
for me.
it. So come on,
It-
yeah,
Okay.
keep.
I mean, I don't enjoy ranch dressing to begin with, so
So you have a vendetta. We can count. Like, you have a bias, so we can kind of.
I'm already
take it with
biased.
a grain of salt. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
but it was because we learned that the original ranch dressing did come from like the what is it, Hidden Valley
Yes.
Ranch, and
Yeah,
they used to send out just packages of dry seasoning because there was no way to send the sort of
Wet stuff.
buttermilk
Right.
mayonnaise
Wet stuff.
thing,
Yeah.
the wet stuff. And then Alex pointed out that the reason the wet stuff now is very shelf stable, and that upsets me a lot. Like,
Oh,
'cause
sure.
Yeah.
you
It
know,
is.
it's
Yeah. Katie also doesn't like mayonnaise, which is totally
No.
fine, but
I'm
makes
okay.
it difficult. Like the whole white sauces zone, I think is
Yeah.
I'm
tough.
100.
Yeah.
Talk
That-
about this. Nothing mayonnaise.
I just want to say,
And oh, by the way,
mayonnaise compared
aioli-
to like bechamel, don't include bechamel in there as a white sauce,
Yeah.
or like a
No strays for
Alfredo.
bechamel.
That's fine. Mayonnaise makes no sense and does not need to exist.
Okay.
it's like sandwich lotion. I don't like it.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
thank
great.
you.
It's great. It's great to have.
Oh.
It's great to have a lotion. Lotion
Sandwich
is good.
lotion. Katie,
That's
you
what
just
it
ruined
is.
the concept of mayo in a way that makes you wonder if you're secretly a McElroy brother. Jesus. Sandwich lotion. Gross.
That-
Hey,
that
and
would
aioli
be-
too. I see you, aioli. You're millennial mayo. No one's full. Go away. I don't like that
No,
either.
aioli is mayo
Oh,
that got
yeah.
a college degree and now doesn't hang out with any of its high school friends anymore.
Right.
Mayo just helps it. Just helps the sandwich go down. Go down
Mustard
better.
does that too, but in a party kind of way.
Yeah, but
It's
I
an
don't want to.
emotional failure.
I don't need my sandwiches wet to be provided by also my sandwich's most assertive sort of like flavor provider, which is typically
You want a
mustard.
nice bland lotion
Mhm.
on your sandwich.
a food lubricant. That's fine.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that, but then I thought that's too gross, and so I'm super duper glad that you you
welcome.
broke the seal.
You're very welcome. Alex, like, did you ruin anything for yourself when you were researching?
You really helped me through jellyfish, which I think
Yes,
I don't
I
talk
did.
about enough. Like it's kind of the reverse. My number one animal phobia is jellyfish.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Oh, wow,
listeners
like-
pick most of our topics. Like we use our
Mm.
Discord for suggestions, and then they do polls and pick them. And so they.
Did you have a bad
I think-
experience as a kid? Did you step on one and it stung you or anything?
I'm like just afraid of them, and I
Yeah.
also
Oh, okay.
I'm from Illinois. We used to camp like near Lake Michigan, and one time I
Okay.
thought I saw like a jellyfish washed up, and I was absolutely terrified. And then I was informed they're usually not in fresh water, and it was like an
Yeah.
old balloon, you know,
Yeah.
like nothing was wrong.
It's a scary looking balloon.
Did you? I also am. I think pretty afraid of jellyfish. They look pretty cool sometimes when they're behind glass. It's like tight. When they're not, it's not so great. But I saw Sphere, the movie Sphere, when I was a child,
Mhm.
and there's a scene in
Oh.
that movie where a woman is killed by a huge swarm of jellyfish, and I was too young to have seen this film. I don't know why I was brought to see Sphere.
Wait,
Um,
how does a swarm of jellyfish take a person down? Because I could imagine like a giant one
Guns.
kind of.
They had sharp.
They unhook her oxygen tank.
Yeah.
They
I
ruined her credit and she
Like-
couldn't get an apartment.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
terrible,
the
man.
specifics, but there's something about the sphere makes bad things with its imagination, and one of those things is a jellyfish swarm that kills a woman, and that got me pretty good.
It's from the Bible.
From the Bible, the chapter of
So
sphere.
where is the sphere? Is the sphere in the
They're in a
ocean?
deep sea space. Okay, so Sphere takes place in a deep sea station. They found this fucking crazy sphere, and it's
Yeah.
killing people with its imagination left and right. One guy gets cut in half by a big security door. This is Sphere, man.
Okay,
That's-
it's like the lathe of heaven and also a sphere.
You
Yeah,
guys are
so
the
it's
you
like-
guys are the Flophouse guys, right? Because I have written down here talk to the Flophouse guys about Sphere. Oh fuck! No, that's our 4:30. Shit.
I'm
Oh,
Stuart
so sorry.
Wellington.
This
That
is-
wasn't a segment.
That was
okay.
really good,
Uh,
actually.
That was very
Actually
good.
really not bad, Alex.
I thought it was
No
a Dan
problem.
Dan McCoy. Like you said, Stuart Wellington. But if you told me that was
It
Dan
wasn't
McCoy
Dan.
saying I'm Stuart Wellington, I would have believed that.
Oh, so what else did y'all do for the drive? Like, give me the teaser. What else? Excuse me. We try to roll out some of our biggest and best shows. Like, what do you guys got going on this year?
Justin, it was really nice to have you and Clint, who I'd never met, on our first episode of the whole thing.
Fantastic.
It was fun.
We got to talk about the Y2K bug and also watch Leonard Nimoy warn people about Atlantis. And there was just a lot of weird culture that year. 1999 got nuts.
Yeah.
Travis, if you haven't guessed it on Secretly Incredibly Fascinating before, I highly recommend it. It's just like doing a YouTube deep dive, except Alex is doing all the hard stuff for you, and you can talk at it, and it spits back to you. It's amazing.
I do love that.
You learn so much. It's fascinating.
When you guys talked about Y2K, did you talk about Dad sneaking into the laundry room and killing the breaker?
That wasn't me. That wasn't Dad. That was me. He told me to do it. I went in there and I turned off the breaker in the laundry room.
I'm picturing Dad walking out of the room. Was it you?
It was me. I was given the secret sneaky mission, and I turned off the breaker right at midnight to our whole fucking house, which I would never do to my own. I don't know what I'm gonna destroy if I turn off all of the power to my house for a little bit. But for the Vine gang, it was pretty good stuff. It was pretty good stuff.
Why was it? Oh, I see. So it was like a
Y2K. Everything. There's no more infrastructure. I'm saying it out loud.
Everyone's got their cyanide pills ready. And then...
Katie, can I just say the way you delivered the line, "Oh, it was a prank," was the most
chilling.
I genuinely. It was a prank. It's that has ruined careers. The way you said that.
The power. Your older sister, we always needed to keep us in line. We needed to get bullied more as kids.
Did anything actually come of that Y2K thing? What's the brief on that?
A ton of very small bugs, and then people worked to prevent bigger ones. So nobody got I couldn't find any evidence of anyone being harmed, but there was a lot of there was an entire apartment complex in South Korea that lost heat and hot water for 24 hours. That was probably the biggest.
Their heated flooring went down, which was a
weird specific one. Yeah. Was it just
one guy on the planet who didn't take it seriously? It'd be fine.
Is it possible the outcome of Y2K is still being felt? There's still maybe a Y2K bugs happening right now.
That's interesting.
Did you guys ever think about that?
Well, a lot of it, as Alex talked about in the episode, if I remember correctly, Alex, and please tell me if I'm wrong, it wasn't that it was blown up out of proportion so much as we kind of fixed it. We addressed it, some of the big stuff before, we did the work. Everybody did the work to keep it from being a big problem.
Yeah. And they were concerned. They still kind of kept an eye on it after January 1st. And also we think that they might have made some computer systems more redundant in a way that just made them more stable in the process of prepping. And there's an NYU professor who tried to break down New York City's computer systems in a study and feels on 9/11, the transit system was better prepared because of Y2K prep. It was just an accident.
So it's the big alien monster at the end of Watchmen is the necessary evil Y2K was that brought us together as a nation online on the World Wide Web for the very first time.
How many episodes of Secretly Incredibly Fascinating do you end comparing it to the alien monster at the end from Watchmen that you're this one was that, but this one wasn't?
Almost every single one of them.
Yeah. And then I'm very blue and floating and nude, and I vaporize Katie with my powers.
Which is weird because it's audio only.
It has nothing to do with the rest of the show or the top in hand. It's sort of like an itchy and scratchy situation. For every episode, you vaporize. Well, I mean, one of you vaporizes the other. It's really, and I wanted to ask you, what's the inspiration behind that? Where one of you guys
that's
the
such
other
a
one
bold
every
artistic
episode.
choice.
It's the whole transporter thing where it's is it me or is it not me? Any decisions that I make before the podcast, I don't take responsibility for.
Cool.
Justin Griffin, you know about that?
What?
That there are people who theorize that in Star Trek, the transporter basically saves your structure and your building, then vaporizes you,
completely,
and then uses ambient molecules to build you again down there.
Nope. I've only got one spirit. It resides inside me. When I get teleported and I'm destroyed at the atomic level and recreated somewhere else, my spirit knows exactly where to go. Thank you.
The spirit is the only thing that is getting teleported. You understand?
Yeah.
It kills you. Your soul goes to the planet,
Why
and then
the
it builds
fuck would I
matter
care about?
around your
Why would
soul.
I care about any of this? There's a spirit in here. Vaporize me all you want. I don't give a shit. I'm a spirit, dude. I'll go to the next one, no problem.
It's the classic ship of Theseus problem with human meat.
Yeah. Except for the critical difference that ships don't have spirits. I do.
The Holy Spirit in Griffin. Alex, have you guys ever started researching an episode and then after a while realize is actually not interesting, and you're like, damn it, I thought that would be secretly incredible.
I'm so interested in this because we all do our own kind of like talking about stuff podcast also, and sometimes I'll be like, hey, this will be a great topic on Wonderful. I'm sure there's some interesting facts about it, and I'll get like 30 minutes to learn about it and be like, absolutely, actually not. There's nothing here. How does it work on a show with the scale of the size sort of yours?
Well, I don't do any work, so Alex, what happens?
It with the like little legend, I guess, this lore with Sif. I haven't had that problem with an entire topic yet, but for the episode about the color blue, one thing I was curious about is the song "Blue" by Eiffel 65.
Sure.
Like, Blue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It turns out there's
yeah.
nothing. There's nothing there. Like there's a story, but it's the most boring story I've ever heard. And then there's a Vice documentary that's like 25 minutes long where nothing happens. Like they just talk to a couple of European music producers who say like, well, I was in one room and he was in another room, and then we made Blue, and we never talked again. That's it. There's absolutely no story
just
to
ran
it.
out of like Mexican cartels to sort of like interview, and they're like, the Blue
I don't know.
song, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be an interesting story there that only we can tell.
Keep digging.
Actually, it turns out not. There's a lot of, I feel like, song stuff like that. I feel like I've had a lot of songs that I've been like, oh, that's a classic. I wonder what the story is with that. And then it really is pretty much like, there was this talent manager, and he knew these two guys, and he was like, let's make a summer jam. And then they did it. And that's the end of the story. No fun anecdotes, no documentary footage from behind the scenes. It's just this one guy knew the guys.
Like the one song that they let Ringo write, like the walrus one. I thought this must be symbolism. It's like, I like walruses.
Yeah.
I think that's it though. That's pretty much the extent of it.
Yeah.
That's why I miss pop-up video. I miss when pop-up video was a thing. They could wring out every little bit of interesting thing out of a music video, and then I'd be like, I never have to think about that music video again. Thank you.
Sawbones has a lot of stuff like that where Sydney will start researching it, hoping there's a great story, and it turns out that it's just sometimes your heart tubes get plugged up, and when that happens, we figured out a way to just get right in there and clean them on out, because that's it. There's just really not. The heart tubes got sucked up, and we cleaned them out, and that's it. It's a miracle. It's amazing. Technically, it's just not. There's not a narrative. It's just the holes got stuffed up, and then we got a special kind of fork, and we cleaned them out.
The recurring thing on Schmanners is here's a biography of a person that the average person does not know the name of, and it turns out they were either a woman, a person of color, or a woman of color who had a gigantic impact on history or science or culture. And there's a very good reason you've never heard of them. And it's secretly incredibly depressing.
That's the podcast.
And every once in a while, there's a white guy. You're like, I don't hear a lot about this guy's history. And then you get to the part where it turns out they're a Nazi.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I'm talking about anymore. They actually don't get to be part of it anymore.
This happens all the time. Alex will be telling me about a guy, and I'm like, this sounds like a really cool guy. And then Alex is like, he murdered so many children. And it's like, well, thanks for like having me endorse him before you were like, he's a Nazi child murderer.
It's like 30%. It's like 30% of the topics. I'm like, that was a thing. Let's check it. Nope. It goes down some rabbit hole, some dark void.
It always feels the urge to bring people all the way through to the grave. Like, as we're following a narrative, it always has to be like, and then in 1863, they died of the flu. It's like, well, yeah, they lived in the 1800s. I assume they died.
It's like
I don't need to know.
It's like 6 feet under every episode. You got to learn.
Exactly. It's at the end of every Sawbones is they die.
I just
do
taught
look at the
Alex
kids'
about
table.
the 6 feet under a NARM episode. I think that was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
NARM. The NARM.
That's the finale of 6 Feet Under is the Narm
Mhm.
episode.
I had to
Oh,
explain
wow.
NARM to him.
That's the one where Narm dies. You know, the one when he walks into the funeral home, everyone's like, Narm!
Right, right.
Fucking dies.
No, it's meant to be a very like dramatic scene where a guy is
Yeah.
having a stroke and he's trying to say numb arm, but it comes out NARM. And it's meant to be very
like in Pinky and the
dramatic, very
Brain.
sad.
Blew
He's
my
like,
mind.
NARM!
I didn't realize it's the finale, like, of the whole series. Like, it ends with that.
That one shot, just him
Yeah,
yelling Norm,
No,
fade
it's
to
like
black.
I think it's how the finale. Sorry, I saw people in chat saying it looked like I was sitting at the kids' table because I was zoomed way out. But then I realized if I zoom in while somebody else is talking, I'm gonna look fucking absolutely unhinged.
And then you realize if you say out loud you're so concerned about looking like you're at the kids' table that you decide to adjust it on the video stream that you would look like the absolute baby that you are. Oh no! I hurt his feelings. Oh, he's back. Good.
Oh, no.
Who said we couldn't do 2 hours? Oh
That
fuck!
was
It's
like-
only 4:22.
That
Oh, we
was like
missed it.
Oh.
You
It's
can place it late.
oh,
It's
it's
fine.
9. It's nothing here. It's only 9:20.
Yeah. In Katie's time zone, they've been smoking for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is- how do you all schedule your shit? Because we used to complain when we lived in 3 different time zones, but the time zones that you two find yourselves in are really, I must imagine, pretty problematic.
It's
How do we do
10
it?
a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Italy.
Oh,
so it
yeah,
works
that
great.
works fine.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
actually not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
When
this
you
wasn't.
all
Hours
talk,
ahead.
when you all talk about time zones, though, how do you do it? Because we have forced it's our one maniacal thing in our national organization of Big Giant Head. We make everybody only acknowledge Eastern Standard Time, and no one else is allowed to acknowledge any other
Yeah.
time zones. And if you do, you will be reprimanded. It's the only way you can get in trouble in Big Giant Head is if you acknowledge Central, Mountain, or Pacific. That's
Especially Mountain.
The only,
Especially Mountain.
Mountain's a fireable offense. Actually, that's a zero tolerance.
Mountain's
policy for
always
Mountain.
like, yeah, don't forget about Mountain Time. We're like,
like,
yeah,
oh,
man,
yeah,
it's
all
like
right.
4 states, and I always forget which one's Mountain Time.
Yeah,
I
because
feel-
Arizona switches. It's very
It's
difficult.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too complicated. I just tell people like if it's too late, it's my buka to bedtime, so I can't do it.
Katie, what a wellspring you have to draw. A
Katie,
wellspring of
you're a
power you
national
can draw
treasure.
from.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess. And for like taping times, I feel like I just send Katie Google Calendar events and hope she will sort it out. Because also, like, the daylight saving is different between countries, and she's on Central
Right.
European time. That's a normal time zone. But like, yeah, I just like, I think I'm doing a very American. I'll let the world figure it out kind of move.
Yeah.
It seems to be
No,
working. It's good.
Yeah, I get at like this. It also is like I think kind of the only American within a like 2-mile radius. I just get all the questions about America, so I feel like a diplomat.
Yeah.
Mm. Any
Kind of-
any real zingers you've gotten that you're like, I'm so excited to do that for you?
They they don't understand. Like I showed one of my Italian friends a pictures of Pringles in a grocery store because there are about like 40 different varieties, and they didn't understand
Yeah.
why there was like Cool Ranch, and that
Well,
is
sometimes you're having a
what
pizza
a great
party.
poll.
Sometimes you need.
gotta
What-
keep
Sometimes
it
you want to
party.
shuffle them
Pringle.
together like a card dealer,
Aw.
and you get a Cool Ranch and like a blazing hot wing or
I
whatever.
love
You eat
that.
those at the same time. Boom.
Alex, what are you working with over there?
Is that Hawaiian?
Ham and
Swallow,
pineapple.
Alex.
Yeah.
Get him off the. Get him.
No.
get him off the
Stop.
call.
We're
Shrinking.
not doing this. I want to
Get him
actually.
off. Boot him.
I don't care for it, but I'm curious why you do, because I like only very, very, very few sort of sweet savory fusions, and to me, the hump I could never get over is that pineapple is so assertive and so in your face that it doesn't. For me, it's not that it's yucky; it's that it doesn't. It just doesn't seem to mesh. So I'm wondering what it is for what it does it for you.
So me, great question. It is a top pizza for me. My top is sausage and onion. But
Okay.
Yeah,
like
classic.
we have a thing going on where in a few days we're going to get visited by our friend and their very young child, and their young child wants to have New York style pizza in their favorite flavor, ham and pineapple, and we haven't eaten it here, so we ordered an entire pie to like make sure it's good for them.
Test it out?
So that's why that's
God,
what's
that's
on hand.
good.
Yeah.
This is
That's beautiful.
This is probably sacrilege, but Henry used to be very picky about the type of pizza he ate. There's like only one kind, like Costco, microwavable pizzas, and anything else he just wouldn't be interested in. But then one time, the first time we took him to New York City, we were like, oh, dude, got to get some New York pizza. You got to try some New York.
And Alex, I gotta say that was such a heartwarming story. It made me think about when you watch those interviews with serial killers and they explain how they did it, and like you keep thinking maybe if I listen long enough, some shred of humanity, I'll be able to sense some commonality between me and them. But you look in the eyes and it's just fucking dead. You know what I mean? It's cold, ice cold black eyes, soulless monstrosity.
Like a doll's eyes.
Like a doll's eyes.
Do you guys like a hot pineapple though? Like without the pizza, just a hot.
I'll take a pineapple. If you got it on a skewer.
I'm doing you a great service right now by saying you are wandering into the hornet's nest and you are armed with a katana and you are kicking.
A third of our content at this point has been about hot fruit and its consumability. It's a real deep topic for us.
I can't get enough of it. An apple cobbler with crumblings on top. Yes.
Hell yeah.
The best, man.
What's an unacceptable hot fruit?
Unacceptable hot fruit, probably watermelon.
No, incorrect. You can grill watermelon and it's very good.
Okay.
Yeah, like pineapple. Yeah.
Grapes. Hey, y'all, we have to make room for our friends, the Flophouse, because there's not enough room on the screen. If you can look, there's not. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you guys, and we hope you're having a wonderful. We're happy to have you on the network. We're happy to have you here. We're happy to have you on our little pizza party here.
I'm so proud to be part of it.
Yeah, we love you guys. That's an honor and very fun. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, thanks for being part of our drive too.
If you haven't listened to Secretly Incredible Fascinating, please go listen to it. It is, I mean, the pitch is in the title. Just if you like to learn stuff,
but it's a secret. It's a secret.
Don't tell your friends.
Tell no one.
That might work, Katie. That might actually. That might get them.
Bye.
Thanks, y'all. Bye. Thanks, y'all.
Pee break or what's up?
Yeah, pee break.
Are you allowed to do a pee break in the middle of the live stream?
Hey, let's
here we go. Never mind.
That's
no pee
not-
break.
Dan and Stewart.
That's enough. 4 guys is enough for a pee
Dan
break.
and Stewart.
For one of us.
Do a hard MaxFun pitch.
For one guy.
We're all gonna go pee. You guys do a hard MaxFunDrive pitch while we all go pee.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
If you guys-
Dan, you do it. You're comfortable with
we're all
this.
pitched out. We've been
Yeah,
doing
man,
it
dude. Fuck yeah. This is gonna be
for
peak
2 weeks.
slumber party energy of I have no more pitch left in me. Please, Christ, I've been wrung dry. Please support our stuff at MaxFunDrive.org/join. Hi, Stuart and Dan. How are
Hi.
you guys?
Thank you for inviting us on to do the thing that people enjoy the most, which is have something in front of them.
Pizza. Oh,
on
I see you
microphone.
going with the little
Uh-huh.
globby guys. I like that. I like those little globby guys. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more of those these days.
Yeah. It's fresh mozzarella from Luigi's in Brooklyn on
gorgeous.
20th and 20th Street and 5th Avenue in Brooklyn. My favorite, like, cheapo pizzeria.
That's fantastic. Thank you all for joining us. I'm so sorry about my rude brothers.
No.
We're used to
That's
it by
all right.
now.
Come back. It's no
Oh,
problem.
did I turn crazy? Did I sound crazy right then to you guys?
No.
Okay, to the chat I did apparently.
Okay, y'all, you've been doing drives for many years, just like us. What's on the docket for this one? What did you all?
Yeah, Dan, what are we
hook
doing?
up
What are
for
we doing?
2025?
It was in the past. We did a bunch of stuff this couple of weeks. We did a Flophouse.
You're killing it, dude.
Stream. Yep. Stuart likes to trick me into feeding him by framing it as a TV show.
Yeah.
On his Twitch channel.
Yep.
Where I cook for him. So that's fun. We did some of that. We did. I don't know. I'm forgetting everything. But for our bonus content, Stuart ran us through some more role playing games.
Yeah,
We
so
have
many years
you to
ago,
thank
many
for.
years
of course.
ago, that crossover with the Adventure Zone
The
inspired
Hog
me
Bottom
to
3 classic.
inspired me to continue to trick my friends into occasionally playing role-playing games. And this time, I took their characters to the most stressful situation possible. They are the staff of a seasonal restaurant in a beachside town trying to get through opening night of the season.
I love
Nice.
that. Is it D&D tradition?
No, it's a tiny dungeon, I think, is the rule set that I mess around with. It's like super simple. I found that rules is less important for this sort of thing.
This is
Drew
genuine.
Willington, also notable here, the first ever guest on the Adventure Zone.
That's true.
That's right.
That is true.
I feel so
Right.
bad for
Willington's
everyone
the
who had to
first-
fucking follow me.
Yeah, you were Brad.
Brad
was
from
it just
Brad
Brad?
Brad?
Yeah, Brad Bradson or something.
Brad Bratz is what it was. That's a good character. That was fun. Sound got weird.
I'm gonna. Justin and Travis really did it. And if I don't take a pee break, there's gonna be like an energy imbalance.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
Yeah, go for
so
it.
we can talk shit about you while you're gone.
Yes,
Um,
please.
what's
Oh,
your favorite
Wow.
overall pizza in New York?
He's mad at
Like,
us.
We talked about your favorite like cheap pizza. What's your favorite like? If you could have pizza from anywhere in the city, where would it be? Or is it a
Damn.
mood thing?
I don't get
Sabaros is what Dan's about to say.
I don't get pizza that much in the city because Audrey, my wife, she just doesn't ever crave it, like which is wild
Yeah.
to me because I'm like, it's bread and cheese, but I think it's like culturally, her family's Filipino, and her like sort of junk food craving is more like in the zone of like fried pork things, you know,
Oh, yeah, which is
are also
good.
delicious,
Mhm.
and less
You can-
pizza.
Hey, have you ever tried putting fried pork on a pizza?
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Whoa.
Whoa, Stuart, save that
More
for the
cooking.
hinterlands,
Yeah,
man.
I'm trying to
But,
fix your marriage.
But years ago, when I was on the Daily Show, I was like the guy who like
Had to get
wrote
it in
the
there.
like New York pizza rant, actually. Which at this point I kind of half disown because I'm like, people on the internet took it too seriously, and now everyone's angry about pizza and like calling Chicago stuff like not pizza. And I'm like, no, man, I'm from Illinois. I just did it because I thought it was funny to make
Yeah.
fun of it.
Hey, isn't it wild to do stuff because you think it's funny and then people take it like it's canon to your personality? That's wild. Can you guys imagine anything like that happening to you?
Never happened to me.
What movies have you guys watched recently? What are some of the ones that you featured on your program? Recent flops.
For the MaxFunDrive, we released an entire full extra episode, and the theme of these 3 episodes are movies that do not feature Spider-Man. So we included Kraven the Hunter, Venom
nice.
3:
Okay.
The Last
Nice.
Dance, and Heartbeeps, the Andy Kaufman movie.
Wow.
Now, how does Heartbeat fit in there thematically? Is it
There's
just
no
also
Spider-Man.
doesn't-
There's no
Spider-Man.
There is
Spider-Man.
not even a whiff of
We
Spider-Man.
looked.
That's true.
Yeah, we were frame by
God.
frame in it.
We
Guys,
were
can I be
worried.
honest?
We
I
hadn't.
wanted to watch.
Oh, I was just saying we hadn't watched it, so there's always the chance that Spider-Man would show up in the back
Sure.
of a
Yeah,
frame.
you
We'll
took a
never know.
risk.
But
I have
Yeah,
wanted.
then
I think like a lot of people, I've wanted to watch Heartbeeps for basically since I knew it existed, but never really had the guts to follow through. What is the experience of actually sitting down to watch the Andy Kaufman, Bernadette Peters robot movie, Heartbeeps?
Well, it basically like it starts and you get the idea these 2 robots are going to fall in love, and then like they wander around in the woods for an hour and a half.
yeah, well, less than like the
Less
one
than
good
that,
thing
yeah.
about Heartbeeps is it's like 71 minutes or something. But
Nice.
it's one of
I
these
love that.
movies where you're like, okay, these are talented people, and John Williams did the score, and Stan Winston got an Academy Award nomination for the makeup, and it's got like Christopher Guest in it and like other great
Sounds
actors.
so good.
And you're
Yeah.
like, how could this be? It's just the most baffling thing you'll watch.
Little Mel
Y'all
asked,
get-
I did an episode of Flophouse talk about the Apple. I think I've done
Oh,
maybe more
God.
than one, but I definitely have been on there talking about the Apple.
Yeah, that was fun. I feel like you mailed us all DVD copies of the Apple.
Yeah.
Wow, is that standard for your guests? Is for them
We
to-
assume that they are going to shell out
You're-
and buy copies of movies.
It's the sort of Travis Appleseed of the.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
It's on Tubi, by the way. You can watch it on.
Is
Tubi.
it?
Is it really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Everything's
it's
on Tubi,
free,
right?
streaming free on Tubi.
I think my wedding video is on Tubi somewhere.
We've mentioned Tubi so much and how we would love to sponsor them, and just total
Yeah,
silence.
we should sponsor them.
Oh yeah, the other way.
Yeah.
They need to listen. Go to MaximumFun.org/join. Support the shows from the people that you enjoy in a direct way. Help us keep making it without having to be beholden to corporate overlords or advertisers.
Like
But
Tubi.
but do 2B first. Help 2B
Yeah.
first, then with whatever is left over, Max
It's
will
like,
run out
put
of
your
You don't
mask
want
on first.
Quibi.
They get it.
Put the mask on before you put the mask on to me.
Yes,
This is
exactly.
Ubi and then Vubi.
Yeah.
And then they're working their way through, man.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I got some extra vowels. Let's start a streaming network.
Yes. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys seen?
If you do, make sure you hire us for one season of a show before you
Please.
cancel it. Okay.
Hey, did you guys see Sphere? Did you guys catch Sphere?
Have I seen it in my life?
Yeah,
What
Sphere.
the Michael Crichton
I read the
movie?
Michael Crichton
Yeah.
novel when
Okay.
I was like a teen.
We were just talking
Never
about
seen it.
Sphere in the with the.
Now,
with
both of you
basically-
talk about what you remember from the movie and what you remember from the book, and we'll see where it's different.
Yeah.
There was a sphere in it.
There is a gnarly Sphere.
Yeah, okay.
Big
Let's
old
one
sphere.
for one.
Is that the one where they go to the Congo?
No, man.
Is
You're
that
thinking,
the one-
of Mighty, you're thinking of Mighty Joe Young.
Yeah. Is that the one where
Yes.
they're dealing with some kind of Andromeda strain?
No,
Is there a
that's Congo.
timeline?
You're just one behind always.
Okay. Is that the one with a shitload of dinosaurs going bonkers?
I'm just gonna
No,
get my
you're
pizza while he
thinking of
does this, while this bit plays
We're
out.
back to Dinosaur Story.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I haven't seen Sphere then.
Damn.
That's too bad.
How you feel about jellyfish, just in general?
They're an invertebrate, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Love
the-
them.
You know,
Wow.
Well, that's
I know.
interesting.
you know, there's an immortal jellyfish.
Yes.
No.
There's a
Yeah.
viral TikTok song going on about this viral jellyfish I hear coming on my kid's iPad twice a day.
Wait, what?
An
There's
immortal-
a jellyfish and it like replenishes its own shit. It like is just always constant. It's a perpetual
Sorry, can I
motion
just clarify?
jellyfish.
Is it a like brand of jellyfish, or is
Yes.
it a singular jellyfish?
Yeah,
named
yeah,
William
Juice.
that
It's
is
Mike.
immortal?
They found the ocean. We haven't discovered 96% of it, but we found Mike, the one immortal jellyfish.
Uh-huh.
He was just chilling. He was
Yeah.
just chilling in the in the
Uh-huh.
Twilight Zone, and we
Uh-huh.
found him. He's so
Yep.
chill, and he's
That's
lives
really
forever.
interesting. Hey, Griffin, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
I
man.
do.
Mike the jellyfish
so
carries a
interesting.
katana around to chop off the heads of other jellyfishes so he can stay immortal.
And it's hard. It's
That's why
it's
there's
hard.
so few jellyfish with heads.
That's true.
I do respect the grind set that helped that jellyfish go viral, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just living immortal.
Well,
Never
his
stop living.
audition tape for SNL is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's got to be some way of like snorting that thing where I can get some of that juice. You know what I mean? There's got to be
Hey.
some way.
I'm glad you went snorting first and not just eating it like a lot of people do with jellyfish.
Well, I
Do
don't.
not snort a jellyfish. Do not eat a jellyfish. So one thing I
You're not
know
allowed to
about
eat a
I
jellyfish.
would not, could not snort a jellyfish.
Our viewers aren't children, Dan. They know not to snort a jellyfish. You don't have to drive that point home. Really, really virtue signaling over there, Joe.
You don't snort a jellyfish.
Sheesh.
You make love to a jellyfish.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
with that body yaddy yaddy.
Dan, are you doing pizza or is it just grape soda for you?
Oh no, this is I got the pizza.
What's
It's,
in that grape soda? It looks like it's tequila, pink grapefruit, black pepper, lime, and salt.
Yeah, I purchased
Whoa.
some fancy canned cocktails because
That
my
looks real nice.
my family started a game night because unlike y'all, I don't see my other two brothers regularly on Zoom. So it's
What's that like? Nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, part of getting the drink may have been to make it more pleasant, but
Okay, there we go.
I love them. They're my family.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have fun,
But you
but I was
sometimes
like,
you need a little
also,
grape soda to help
little this.
smooth things down.
Yeah.
You guys
What,
ever have
what-
Josta? I tried to ask John Hodgman about it. We blew past it. But you guys ever have a Josta?
Shasta?
Josta.
Josta.
Two different drinks, yeah.
No,
Oh.
what's a Josta? Is that like
Has-
juice and Shasta mixed together? Gin and
It was
Shasta?
it was like a root flavored cola. Like it
Okay.
was I
It's
don't
an
know if it
energy
was
soda.
ginseng or like
It was
guarana.
guarana.
Guarana. That's what it was. Yeah, and it had a big jungle cat on the label, and it tasted weird.
And it was made
is
by
what I'd say about
Coca-Cola. It
Josta.
was sort of like all over it. It's sort of horned in on Fruitopia's territory, and then it died within like a year.
Did you guys speaking of which? Did you guys know about OK Soda? That
That's what I was just thinking
apparently-
about.
I listened.
That's
I
the
just listened
only.
to an episode of Dakota Ring about it. It's like a Coke soda for Gen Xers, right?
Yeah, I have a friend who is like a podcast like marketing guy who's like Dan, he really wanted me to offer as bonus content this year, like, Dan, we could do a 6-episode thing just about OK Soda. I'd produce it. You host it. I'm like, I really considered.
You should have done that shit,
It's a fascinating thing.
Stretch your muscles.
What is it? Because you're gonna make me go listen to Decoder Ring. You're gonna break it down.
No, go ahead, Dan.
So Gen X, of course, we remember their whole deal was like they were slackers.
Yeah.
You know, like they're cynical.
Yeah.
So OK Soda is just like, here's the non-marketed thing.
That's great.
It's gonna have like Dan Klaus is gonna draw the design for the
Fucking
can
perfect.
or something. I think Charles Burns did one too.
Whoa!
And you could call
They had all these,
1-800.
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
1-800.
An
I
art
feel
project,
okay.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, no one liked the flavor of the drink. That is the one. They did this huge multi-million advertising campaign, and anyone that tried it said they did not enjoy it, and it was roundly disliked.
Yeah. It was a triumph of image without a product to sell.
They described it as all the sodas mixed together. That was the flavor. It was basically
There's a lot of sobe, a lot of sobe life water
What's that
love.
called? A swirl? What's where you fill all the what do you call it?
Suicide?
Suicides when I was a kid. Yeah.
So,
Do they call it unalives now? I don't know.
probably.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sobe chat, a lot of sobe love, sobe life
Yeah.
water love in the chat, a lot of balls soda chat.
Sure.
Not a lot of orbit.
I found clearly Canadian at my local liquor store.
it's back.
recently. I
It's
thought that was
coming
very
back in a
strange.
big way, man.
And it's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
good.
And it's so expensive now because of the tariffs.
Really.
That shit rules, man.
That's why I prefer
Stuart,
New
that's
York
such good
seltzer,
shit, man.
American made.
Yeah, New York
yeah.
seltzer. That's the real stuff.
I mean, there is a brand like Hal's New York Seltzer, and I'm like, it tastes the same.
Oh, guys, my dad was obsessed with New York seltzer because you could get it in Huntington at like the liquor stores or like the mom and pop shops. They had it at Ronald's Cheese Corner.
Yeah.
If you guys remember Ronald's Cheese Corner where the
Yeah, of
Blockbuster
course, yeah.
used to be, and now it's a dance studio.
Yeah.
It used to be a tax place.
Dad used
but
to get
they-
like
it was
pallets of it. You know, the like.
those little
like
8-ounce
big-
bottles of New York seltzer. It was like black cherry and all these different flavors. Yeah.
Do you have
You guys do great seltzer.
strong seltzer preferences? Because just last night, my friend Mary was talking about how like she has seen people be like subtly disappointed. What?
We're talking about soda and up he jumps.
Dad, did you hear us talking about?
Or did you
Are
butt
you
dial in?
driving?
It looks like he's going to record a manifesto.
We can't.
Oh, no.
We can't
Hey,
Is it
something,
muted?
Glenn.
Tell me it's muted, please.
Is it muted or is he just not talking?
I don't know.
Why is he sideways?
It's on its side. I can't. He's
Dad, no. Leave it vertical, Dad. Commit to the vertical. Commit to the portrait. Dad, you have to say something. man.
Raised Santa Claus.
What did you?
It's not that
Are
he's
you
muted. He's
front
not
row
talking.
seat? Front row-
I'm gonna pass out.
That was so fucking good, man.
Did
What
we
a-
call him? Did we like call him at home or something? Like, did we catch him at a bad time?
Do you guys ever have it where your dad
Mac.
just stumbles into your live recording
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and then stands there like a statue, a frightened, angry statue for a couple minutes and then leaves. Twist 90 degrees, twist 90 degrees, and then disappears.
I am honestly jealous of that level of comedic timing where he said nothing. He said nothing and he killed.
We tell stories sometimes about how he texted us asking for Xbox tech support when it was showing a PlayStation screen and like all the, or how he doesn't know how to turn Do Not Disturb off on his phone. People are like, they gotta be juicing the numbers a little bit, right?
The problem is, I don't know how much of that was a bit and how much of it was.
That's his,
and
that's his
I'll
whole
never
thing,
know.
man. You never know.
That's the
you never
thing.
know. You're never going to see behind
That's
the
how it
curtains.
works. Yeah.
Ever.
It can't possibly be a
And-
bit.
And
I love
as he
my.
dies, he's going to whisper in my ear, I was competent. I was competent.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Holy shit! I don't remember what we were talking.
Listen, not for us, but for Clint
Your friend
McElroy. Go to
Mary.
MaximumFun.org/join.
Please.
Dad doesn't have any other marketable skills.
He can't. He has no.
He can't even do
have another
this.
job.
Clearly, he can't even join video streams.
I mean,
Oh,
he can
man.
use that money to take a class on how to join video streams. Although I feel
He would
like
have
it
to
would
figure out
hurt
where
his
and how to take the
performance.
class.
It would have to be in person.
My mother-in-law signed up and took an iPhone class, like how to teach a person how to use an iPhone. I'm like, oh, you can do that? I guess that's cool at the Learning Annex or something.
Wow.
Oh boy, I thought he would pop back in. Like I kind of
thought
thought
for sure
That was
he
it.
would rejoin. I think I was leaving space, but that's
It's like
maybe
a-
the
it's
greatest
like a
trick he ever
comet.
pulled.
Just
Stuart,
passes
was there a
by.
moment when you realized you could pull off like a full 4 buttons unbuttoned, where it felt like you had crossed like a? Did you
Like
feel
a
that
Rubicon,
moment?
yeah. The
where you're like,
Terminus
There's
S,
like a
yeah.
single sit up that you do, and you're like, whoa.
Because there were probably some times, and we don't have to talk about this if you don't want to, but where you
No, we
went
can,
fourth
yeah.
button down and you were like, not yet. But then like the day
yeah.
came where it was like pop, and you're like, okay, yeah, we're stable.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
stable.
it was part of that. Yeah. The thing is, I got these really broad shoulders, so it's kind of tough if I button it all the way up.
Okay.
And my shirts don't fit like they used to fit because, it's the Bowflex I'm
Huge
using.
muscles.
Yeah.
Weird. I've got pretty big shoulders too. I've never had that particular issue. So.
You don't like
hold
look
up this
down.
giant head that I have. So
You don't ever like look down. And you're like, man, hello there. Like, look
Yeah.
at that. Wow.
I mean, I do have trouble buttoning any sort of shirt that, like the neck button, that fits me otherwise.
Never
like, the
found a neck
is
button. Never
out.
found a neck button.
I
Never
gotta,
nice.
I gotta set you guys up with my shirt guy. He's awesome.
Okay.
I got him through Jesse Thorne. He's
Okay.
you
We'll
know,
get
like
your
Andy.
shirt guy. We'll use John's hairstylist, and then we're pretty
Go
much
to Italy.
and we'll go to Italy.
And then we'll all
live
go to
the
Italy.
lives- live the lives we deserve. MaximumFun.org/join. Help fund our Eat, Pray, Love style journey under the Tuscan
toward
sun.
fewer buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys switched not too many years ago to like sort of half local, half remote. How's that switch been for you? How's that transition gone?
It's a constant nightmare. No, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I was like super against it when it first happened. When Elliot's like, I'm moving to LA, we're gonna have to record remotely. I'm like, fuck this, I'm never doing a podcast ever again. And Dan's like, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then
Wow, that's really taking us inside.
Really honest.
Sheesh.
we
Wow,
I
This
don't
is
know,
live, by the way.
because part of doing the
I love
show for me is getting to hang out with my two friends in person
Right.
and like watch a dumb movie and get drunk.
That is it is much less fun for each of us individually to watch a bad movie and then convene
Oh,
to talk
God.
about it than
Yeah.
it was in the days when we could just watch it together and have fun.
Like I'm just sitting in my bedroom watching Nuki by myself with headphones on because my wife is trying to watch The Traitors in the other room and doesn't want Nuki to interrupt it.
Yeah.
But
Interestingly, despite everything you guys are saying, you were telling me before that you've been making some of your best ever episodes and the most supportable episodes.
The
Like if
most
anyone's thinking
supportable.
about supporting a network, like that's still your peak. You haven't even peaked. Like you're still the quality of the content though is skyrocketing.
17
Dad,
and a half
we're in the middle of a
years.
tender moment right now where people are speaking truths about the realities of friendships.
See,
and
now
trying to
it's a
make-
bit.
Look at that hair, though. Look at the
Yeah,
swoop
tell me
on
about
that
it.
hair.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Where's-
Hi,
Okay, Dad.
Where's John Mulvaney?
Dad. The PowerPoint presentation of my dad that has crashed our video call for the second time this afternoon.
John Mulvaney.
John Mulvaney.
Yeah,
The
is
dad. The
that
fucking
live?
that dad from Frasier.
Yeah.
Like, where's
John
Megan
Mulvaney
Mullally?
has a kid with Olivia Munn. Is that the?
Yeah, John Mulvaney,
Mulvaney?
the deceased actor who played Frasier's dad.
Where is he buried?
Mahoney.
A big congrats to new dad.
Dad, you like orbits, right? Oh, Dad,
He's
Dad,
gone.
you like orbits, or you dropped? It dropped. Good
I
run.
just want-
Dad,
Another
what are
great
you
visit.
doing? What are you doing, man? What
I'm
are
just
you
saying.
doing, dog? What are you doing, man?
While we recover from that, just because I saw a lot of questions in the chat, the cat's name is Archie. And
Oh,
Archie
right.
loves Stuart almost as much as anyone who lives in this house and feeds Archie.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Anyway, but the show's doing great.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
for 17 and a half years of doing the podcast, it's crazy how much joy I still get out of doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Watching bad movies. And I feel like on some level, because Elliot's far away and I never get to see him, it makes when we do record that much more special. And
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
enjoy it.
That was a big part of us doing, like when we started doing the show, as a way to stay connected with each other and force ourselves to talk at least once a week.
Yeah, I think we've learned, if anything, that trying to, except in like a live environment where your, endorphins are kind of pushing you through. Whenever we record in the same room, it's happened like a handful of times, and it's always, it feels like pretty
do it
tough.
anymore.
Pretty tough, and I don't know. I do not.
Is it like the smell?
Yeah, it's not the smell.
It's the pheromones.
Yeah.
Honestly, like when we started doing video stuff, like, regularly recording our podcast recordings, I feel like there was a bit of a learning curve of like, now we can see each other's faces and we are able to react to nonverbal cues. And like, how do we do that? How do we not like just zone out, like fully dissociate at all times? Because now people will clock that. I feel like it is a sort of a different, I don't know.
Can't you just put like a filter or something on to make you look more excited?
That would be too distract. Then that would be the whole thing, and then nobody listening would.
Yeah,
I think I did just post a clip today where like one of us was visibly on their phone while it was going on.
Dan says one of us.
I mean, I didn't want to.
He doesn't want to tell.
I didn't want to say specifically who it was.
He wants to leave people guessing, so they go check the Instagram feed to find out which one dropped the ball.
Yeah, while you're there, MaxFunDrive.org/join.
You can, if you watch the My Brother and Me TV show, or some of our, like, we went on a tour of replace clips, you can watch my I'm trying to actively listen face sink in, where it is that like,
it's
listening so hard.
It's always sort of like you're yelling something to Travis at a concert, like the way that he listens. He has to sort of listen.
Speaking of which, Travis, I got diagnosed ADHD earlier this year.
One of us.
In my middle age. I was like, I gotta tell Trav.
Wait, is this true? You haven't mentioned it before, Dan.
Well, you know what, Travis, have you experienced this? Have you experienced where there's thing that is?
It's called ableism, Dan. We've all had to deal with it.
Very key to your life, it turns out, that people don't want to hear about because they somehow regard it as
my whole understanding of the way my mind works. But sorry, Stuart.
A lot of people say
trying to open up to me about his mental health journey.
A lot of people say the Flophouse is scripted, and that a lot of the drama that happens between you guys is written out ahead of time.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about producer interference.
Dan, if you got that diagnosis and you managed to stay off your phone during recordings, that just means that Stuart's life is much cooler than yours is. That's the only reason that he would be on his phone, is that it is not an attention thing. He has decided, like, nah, this isn't worth my time.
Or there's a smell at the bar that he has to deal with.
I'm like, what's new with the DraftKings right now?
What's new with the DraftKings?
I love that.
Opportunities.
That's one of my favorite swing bands, the DraftKings. They put out some amazing hits.
Hey, guys, this has been really fun. Thank you for coming to hang out with us, both you and the people in the chat, for coming to our pizza party and supporting us in the Maximum Fun Drive for 2025. I know it means a lot to you, to us. What does it mean to you guys to be part of this network? Bring it home for me. I've been doing it for 2 hours.
It's a network where, like, really, I think it confuses people sometimes because we're not like withholding stuff from people. We're like, no, here's all the stuff. And if you like it, if you think it's valuable, if it's been valuable to you, please support it. You don't have to. No one's breaking into your home. Like, podcasts are the easiest thing to ignore. But if it's been part of your life and you love it, like, we would love you to help us keep it going. And being part of the network has been, like, so nice to be part of someplace that respects, like, what we do, doesn't try and interfere. You know, it's worker owned now. Like, it's just a wonderful thing. It gets me to see my friends. It's great.
And MaxFun, by being part, and the support we get from listeners, has at various times, the various members of the Flophouse, and I'm sure all of us have gone through some really hard times, and having that support, both financially, which is amazing, and also emotionally from listeners, has helped get us all through it. And it means a lot to me. And it's one of the great joys of my life.
This is the last time you're going to hear us ask you this, listeners and viewers. I guess this is a video, so viewers, because today's the last day of the drive. If you like any of the shows that we do and you want to support it in a direct way and help us keep making it and not be beholden to anyone, then MaximumFun.org/join. Go there, get the hundreds of hours of bonus content and whatever other stuff you are able to chip in. It it is the reason we can keep doing this. So thank you.
Have we announced our 15,000?
I don't know if we have announced our 15,000.
We'll be really grateful.
There we go. Yeah, Justin will take everyone on a field trip to Camden Park. So that's a big one, and it'll take some doing to get us there. We're at 12,642. It looks like at the moment.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Help us out, and your prize will be a field trip to Camden Park. You can count on that.
Yeah, well, you kids will have earned it at that point.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for eating pizza with us. Thanks.
Turn sideways, Juice.
Oh no, this is a Wi-Fi thing. Wrap up the show, guys.
Every single person. We're right now at 12,000.
Wrap it up.
We're at 12,644 currently, and every single one of those people we are so thankful for. Thankful to you for watching. And
Fair.
We're
all right,
dying.
thank you all so much.
We're dying. It's been 2 hours. How does anyone do this for 2 hours? It's fucking crazy, man. For 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Happy pizza.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows, supported
directly
by you.